get nasty on a Monday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 202, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Lot to get to today. Blues, they're back in action tonight against the Predators. Unfortunately, another injury for them, and we'll get to that off the top of the show. Speaking of injuries, rough day in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes suffered a torn ACL. Micah Parsons suffered a torn ACL. Christian Watson also hurt for Green Bay. What am I missing? Injury-wise, I feel like they were dropping like flies yesterday, unfortunately. So sad day for a couple of the top players in the league. I also get to a move that the Cardinals made.
Yeah.
Move that I haven't picked your guys' brains about it, but I certainly like it. And we'll get to that at 2:15. But again, we start off with the Blues. Dylan Holloway sustained a right ankle injury in Sunday's practice and will be reevaluated in 6 weeks. The Blues did win on Friday night over the Blackhawks, but this news certainly overshadows the wins. I mean, at this point in time, we've all been hoping that the Blues would get back on track. I think some of us, even if we're pessimistic or we're ticked off about it, we still see a way for the Blues to get back in it as a wild card because of what we saw last year. But as the injuries pile up, I mean, I'm to the point now where it's like, what's the goal? What's the goal right now? Seemingly just survive.
Yeah, but, and as much as it's going to anger some listeners, I'm sure, they're only 2 wins from being back in the wild card. This is kind of like, and Carey got frustrated all season long with the Cardinals, and I get it because it seemed like nobody in the National League really wanted to grab a hold of the wild card spots and run with it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we are in the Western Conference right now for the NHL. The fact that the Blues have had such a tough time and they're only 4 points out of a playoff spot is very telling as to what's going on in the Western Conference. So if you're the Blues and the coaching staff, the front office, like we were talking about a little bit this morning down there for morning skate, and I don't envy Army and Steiner right now. I certainly don't envy Jim Montgomery and the coaching staff because every day they're having to coach a team that's minus another player.
Right.
And impactful players, too. You're missing Carey, you're missing Holloway, Snuggerud, Torchenko, Walker. They may not contribute all the time on the scoreboard, but they're part of that physicality we talk about. They're part of that net front presence that gets there against teams. Mm-hmm. So Torchenko back tonight, so that's good to see. But it's a tough spot for the Blues because being that they're only 4 points out, you can't just liquidate. Like, you can't just pull the pin right now and be like, well, it's December. You got all these injuries, and we're just going to throw in the towel. Because if you're the ownership group, you go, whoa, wait a minute. We're 4 points out of a playoff spot, and I sure would like to get a round of playoff tickets. Sure would like to get that revenue.
Yep.
So why don't we work on what we got here, see where we're at, maybe mid-January. Somewhere like that. See if you've fallen off or if you stayed the course or even gained ground. I don't know where it's going to go because they are missing so many guys right now. It's crazy. But they're only 4 points back. So it's a tough spot to be in. I think the guys that are in the lineup right now, they've got to do damage. That's it. You got to go out and play. The Matt Luffs of the world, the Hugh McGings, they're going to need to be contributors. Tonight, Robbie Fabry gets elevated up to second line. And he's got 2 points in 2 games. Put a guy over the boards the other night with a hit. Like Robbie Fabry, he looks legit, man. But you know what Robbie Fabry's doing? And I was talking about that this morning down at the rink with one of the owners for the Blues, who's a good friend of mine as well. And I said, he's figured out what he has to do to stay in the league. I know the feeling because I had to do the same thing. At the end of my career, it was like the last 3-4 years, you're hanging on for dear life. You're like, what do I need to do? They need that. I'll do that. Robbie Fabry heard his teammates, heard his coach talk about, we need gritty guys, 200-foot players, guys going to finish their checks, block shots, go to the front of the net. And what has he done? Every one of those things. And now he's on the second line. He's going to get an opportunity.
Yeah.
So, but this is what you're treading water with right now. You're hoping that you can get through this section of the season and start to get some bodies back soon. I don't know what Snuggy's timeline is. Kyrou hasn't touched the ice yet. And we heard this morning 6 weeks before reevaluation for Holloway.
Yeah, I don't want to contradict myself when I kind of walk through this, but with you saying that with Robbie Fabry, you don't want to lose your guys. You also weren't winning with those guys. Eventually, I think we can all agree that, look, you need those guys to get back on track. But with what you just said about Robbie Fabry, Jamie, do the injuries force the Blues to kind of simplify things?
Yeah.
I mean, for Monty,
yeah,
he gets the group. Listen, guys, you're just trying to. Robbie Fabry's just trying to stay in the league. The other NHL players just trying to stay in the league, like some of these young guys, not having to go back. Monty can just say, "Look, all we're going to do is what you just described in terms of like the fundamentals: make good, clean passes, forecheck, back check, get in front of the net. That's it." We don't have to do anything creative because we don't have the horses to be creative.
Well, you can say it becomes a way more direct game, way more north-south, because you don't have the guys that are going to do all the fancy things. You certainly still have Robert Thomas, and you have skilled players, but you're missing some other talent.
Who's he feeding? Who's feeding him?
Yeah, it's, look, we'll see. But, yeah, it can simplify things, especially your third and fourth line. You're patching that together with guys who have to play the game the right way or safer style of hockey, more direct. That's the way it was. Instead of saying, well, don't play safe, play direct.
Right.
Same thing. You're putting the puck in a good spot.
It's
all how you word it.
In the net, that's where you put the puck.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Do that more, you win games.
Nice,
Teach you all something here. The injuries.
Thank you, Carey.
Yep, no problem. You're welcome, Jamie. The injuries are an opportunity for other players to get, more time on the ice, more opportunities to score, pass, all the things that they want. The injuries are somewhat concerning, though. Like when you have this many guys, especially from the forward group, just constantly getting hurt, and it's not something. They're just injury plagued. They're hit by the injury bug, which you can never predict this. You don't know when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen. It is a bit frustrating because the expectations for this team were extremely high. But as my good friend Anthony Stalter always says, when those guys come back from injury, it's like making a trade.
It's going to be a massive deadline deal.
Man, that's like 4 or 5 guys in the trade deadline
and you give
deal.
Up?
Nothing.
Wow. Yeah, just to clarify, I've never said that.
He says it all the time.
In fact, I often fight against it. And you guys just continue to paint me with a brush that I don't like.
I do wonder if this team ends up playing better hockey because these guys who are in the lineup now, they're a bit hungrier, right? Like you just mentioned Robbie Fabry. This guy's playing for a job in the NHL.
He's playing for next year, the year after,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
all of this stuff.
These younger guys are fighting for a spot probably in the following seasons once all the guys come back from injury. But they want to stay up here. They want to have an opportunity to play in the league longer. So I feel like if you're playing desperate hockey, we saw that at the end of last year where the Blues, they're like, what are we doing, man? Like, we need to get our act together. And they did coming out of the Four Nations break. I wonder if we see something similar in this next stretch. I mean, Colton Parayko went down during that stretch where the Blues were winning games, and we all thought, oh, man, it was fun while it lasted. Now it's over. Well, they played really good hockey without him because everyone had to elevate their game. And I wonder if we see something similar with this next stretch heading into the holidays.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
Carey,
Yeah.
and Jamie, you can answer this as well, but, what does this do for what does this do to the veterans?
In terms of the guys that are on the ice still playing?
Yeah, you haven't played yet. I'm talking about like the Robert Thomases, you go down the list.
Yeah.
The guys that are still playing. You're watching everybody drop like flies. You got young guys coming in. You yourself probably haven't played up to snuff. So what does it do to the veterans?
I think it honestly might, as crazy as it sounds, now Robert Thomas doesn't have the ability to rely on, a Jordan Kyrou or a Dylan Holloway or guys that he says, now he might actually say, you know what, I look to my left, I look to my right. If I'm not on the line with Booch or Neighbors, maybe I should be the one shooting this shot. Maybe I shouldn't be, and not in a selfish way, but I'm the best player here. I don't want to put those guys in a position where they could fail or have lower their confidence by putting them in an unfortunate situation or unfortunate position. Maybe I'm going to be more aggressive. So, you look at Booch, you look at Robert Thomas, you look at Jake Neighbors, and those guys might say, hey, we have to be a little bit more not pressing, but just more into the action, more aggressive, more on point in what we're doing, because there really is no one we can fall back. If I look around this locker room, hell, we got more points than some of these guys do combined, right? More goals than 3 or 4 of these guys got in their entire career. Well, yeah, we got to go.
Right.
So I think it could be beneficial in that regard. And, Jamie, you could speak to it better than me, but I think it could be beneficial in that regard, because now they're almost forced in a position where they have to have more emphasis on the game and more pressure and putting more pressure forward.
Yeah, what happens is, at least from my own perspective, is the veteran players now, not only do they have to play more consistently, but they almost become coaches, too. And I don't mean like telling guys what to do, but if you want to have success, like if Robert Thomas wants to have success offensively, and let's say he's out there with a younger player or a guy that's not in that role, he's going to tell him where he wants him to be. I need you to be here.
Yeah.
And then he's going to simplify his game so that he can play with the person he's playing with. And then a lot more shot blocking is going to happen. A lot more hitting should happen, because those are things you can control.
Right.
You don't have to be a great player to do that. So sometimes the lack of depth in your lineup can make your team more focused in one direction. Now, is it sustainable over the course of the rest of the season? Ultimately, is that what you want to do? No. But for 5, 10, 15 games, we're starting to get a little bit tight there. But if you can go the 5 to 10 games, like if they can get through the month of December and still be either in the playoffs or out of the playoffs by 4 points, somewhere in that window, okay? And you're going to start to get bodies back.
Yeah.
Now you don't know, but it's up to the veteran players. As a veteran player, I always in those situations are like, it's time to step up. And I'm going to show these guys how to play the right way, because I need them to play the right way for us to win. And so you simplify your game too, and it just seems to work.
Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, I'm Anthony Stalter. Really like the move the Cardinals made over the weekend, signing Dustin May. We'll get into it next here on 101 ESPN.
Holiday season's here, and you might be thinking to yourself, I just don't know if it's the right time to sell my home. Well, talking to Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, and she says, yeah, sometimes it can be inconvenient, but remember this. Inventory is usually low this time of year because a lot of people are thinking the same way you are, that it's not the right time of year to sell your home. If inventory is low and eyeballs are high, meaning lots of people looking for homes, you will sell your home. And the good thing about going with Gloria Liu is that she has over 24,000 buyers in waiting. So we talk about those eyeballs. There you go. The moment you list that home, you got direct access from these people looking at your home, and that will drive the price up, or at least get you what you want for your home. And Gloria Liu is an expert at pricing your home. She's going to price it so you make the most money, but that you don't sit on the market forever. That's the key right there, is to find that sweet spot. And Gloria Liu has been doing it for over 20 years here in the St. Louis area. So please pick up the phone. Tell Gloria Liu that Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
isn't official yet. The Cardinals haven't even announced it.
What?
Reports over the weekend, including one from Jeff Passan of ESPN, so the Cardinals have reached an agreement to sign free agent right-hander Dustin May, formerly of the Dodgers. Chris Cotillo of MassLive.com adds that it's a one-year deal with a mutual option for the 2027 season. Though the financial terms of the contract are not yet known, this isn't something that's going to break the bank. He's got to pass his physical, so I think that's the only thing that is left on the docket, and then he'll sign and he'll be a Cardinal. Now, he's 28 years old. He had a 4.96 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, and I had 123 to 56 strikeout to walk ratio over 132 and a third innings. 25 appearances between the Dodgers and the Red Sox. The Dodgers had sent him to Boston. This is the type of signing, though, assuming it does go through, that I have hope that the Cardinals would be making this offseason. And quite frankly, this is a signing that I thought would have benefited them in years past as well. I said as much. As opposed to going down the veteran road where you bring a guy that has a low ceiling but a higher floor because you're scared to death that you won't cover the innings. What you wind up having is somebody that doesn't really do either. Doesn't give you a lot of production. Wasn't or injured. Lance Lynn covered both in his final year with the Cardinals. Kyle Gibson stayed healthy, but the production at times wasn't there. This is a smart move. It's a one-year deal with an option for the second. If he rehabs his value, you can do one of two things. You can flip him at the deadline and get something in return for a signing that did not break the bank. Think of what the Royals did with Aroldis Chapman when they sent him to Texas and got Cole Ragans in the deal. Now, that's the best case scenario, but it is an example of turning a pillow contract into a better asset. The other option is maybe you keep him. He rehabs his value. He's got an injury history, but if he shells out for a year, you hold on to him. Maybe you sign him to an extension for 2 or 3 years. Again, not breaking the bank in a climate where you're just trying to figure things out before maybe you start spending more.
Yeah, look, I'm all for it right now. Where the Cardinals are as an organization, I think this is exactly what they should be doing. Do I see myself endorsing like a long-term extension after this? No, I don't. Just because of the history of injuries with this player.
Sure.
So I'd hate to see a bunch of years committed to a player that I still have question marks about. Mm-hmm. But if he comes out and shoves this year for you, one, he moves the needle down 1 year further for your organization, which means some of your younger pitchers now, they've went from A to AA to AAA to whatever. You know, who knows? I know we didn't talk about this. I had a chance to talk to Liam Doyle. He's a beauty. I mean, this guy's a beauty. He loves to be aggressive. He has every intention on making the major league roster.
Where'd you see him?
I think we're Boston.
Yeah, we're in Boston. Mm-hmm. Andy and I had a chance to interview him a little bit, but we obviously talked to him off camera. And he's like, I got a hockey player mentality. You know, he's like somebody hits a home run, they better watch out next time. But this is in the pipeline, right? So if we have guys like Dustin May, I don't want those guys with injury history blocking the road for these guys. And I don't think that's what's going to happen ultimately. Well, I think what's going to happen is what I said, the very first part of it is bridging the gap so that these guys, the Liam Doyles of the world, can make that jump. The Quinn Matthews can get that, that 1 extra year or whatever. But they should be looking for more of these. Last year I said they should have been kicking the tires on Alek Manoah. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. It could be a disaster, but so what? If you give him like a minor league contract or whatever, who cares?
These are disaster-free signings.
Exactly.
If Dustin May is terrible, you just have him basically for the 1 year, mm-hmm. and it's not like you're paying him.
Keep him.
Yeah, it's not a $25, $30 million, $35, $40 million mistake. This is. I'm not saying it's nothing but good things, because again, he could stink and you have to move on. But these are the savvy signings that you make when you're in this position. Now, a couple years down the road, if Doyle winds up being your version of Paul Skeens, and you've got the makings of a really competitive club, this makes less sense. Then you go after some of the higher fish. I hope that they open up the wallet a little bit. Or they go on the trade market and you're making bigger moves. But where you are right now, this is smart.
Yeah, I agree. Dustin May is the exact name that I said during the season that in the offseason, that's who they should be going for. Someone that has a higher ceiling. He was finished 5th in Rookie of the Year, but has had constant elbow injuries, has had Tommy John surgery, and it seems like year after year he's been on the IL with his elbow. But if it is fixed, and to your point, I don't know what the contract would be. I don't know what the numbers are, but it's 1 year. You're taking a flyer on a guy that has tremendous upside, if healthy, can really do some damage in your rotation and get guys out. And if he's injured again, okay,
can't get fooled again.
It happens, and you move on. But what I do think that Chaim is doing, and I think we're kind of seeing the blueprint live and practicing right now. We are seeing you trade away.
Sonny Gray.
I want to say Ryan Helsley, but he got traded.
You already forgot.
He's already gone.
Ryan Helsley signed with the Orioles.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sonny Gray,
Signed a
and
deal.
you get pitching back, right? You notice that during the draft, he drafted tons of pitchers. Like, that seems to be the direction that he's going. And Anthony, you've said it time and time again, you can never have enough starting pitching. So if you got this player in Dustin May who has a track record of being injured, but also has a track record of being really good when he's healthy, it's a flip of a coin. You don't know what you're going to get, but you're also protecting yourself by signing a Richard Fitz, by signing more players, by drafting more pitching and getting all those guys. And hopefully, if Dustin May does fall and start to falter in the second half because his elbow is gnawing at him and it's nagging him, guess what? Now you got some guys that you have been preparing to take that spot, and they're already ready to go.
Absolutely.
Well, also, Chaim Bloom multiple times since taking over has said, hey, we are looking to the future, but we're also we're going to try and do our best to be competitive in 2026. And I think this move is what that is. And I don't expect them to just stop right here. I feel like there's going to be multiple signings with moves, like this to try and make this team as competitive as it can. And also coupled with how Ollie Marmol sort of managed the starting pitchers last year, there was not a ton of injuries last year. I think that coupled with some of these guys who have had injuries in the past, I could see this team being a little bit better than maybe what we're expecting, especially from a starting pitcher's perspective. Because last year you could make the argument that the starting pitching was one of the main reasons why your team was not good.
100%. I'm not quite ready to say, well, maybe they're going to be better than what we think. I love the optimism, but you know what? Long term, I don't think there's any question you're going to be better in better hands.
Well, okay. Let's look at it. Outside of Sonny Gray, you're replacing Eric Fetty and Miles Michaelis with a couple of other guys. Do you think these guys are better than those two?
Those are going to be big losses, though, Marshy.
Here's what.
Who's going to be a big loss?
Fetty and Michaelis.
They will be missed. It will be. What do you mean?
Fetty's going to be missed around the league.
Maybe.
Yes, he will. Marsh, I know where you're going with it. Just last year, just replace, just get a couple little bit better pitching, and hey, look at where you were.
I'm not saying they're a playoff team. I do think they're a couple wins better than what they are now.
That may be the case.
What they were.
Unfortunately, all the other variables have to be exactly the same, and as we know, it's not the case ever. You get into a new season, it's a completely new list of opponents and different guys that get injured. You're going to be trading certain guys too. So,
no, he said it's a different season and different list of issues that can arise. And I said, ask the Blues.
I didn't think it was necessary, though.
No, I'm just trying to give you a comparison, a parallel.
I think I can draw my own parallel,
Well,
Carey.
I'm trying to give, the listeners, they need to, sometimes you watch them tonight, Monday night.
They're not banged up.
They're not injured, except for
TJ
Watt got a collapsed lung.
Yeah, that's a good job.
By a dry needle or something.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, the Cardinals will be playing a fourth-place schedule, right?
I don't think that's how that works.
No, that's not how it works.
That'd be nice, though.
That would be nice. Absolutely. Although, as certain teams, certain teams have also played fourth place schedules. It just hasn't mattered.
Random team,
Third place teams.
just random third place. Fourth.
I think that team won this past
How
week.
are you
though,
doing,
right?
man? Are you okay?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, it's been
Like,
tough.
what are you
Talking
gonna
about the
do?
Mahomes injury.
Yeah, what are you going to do
I don't
this,
know.
What are you going to do in January?
I don't
this
know.
winter when
Wow.
there's playoff
I think
football
he has to
being
declare
played?
a team right now, though. He can't
In
jump
this
on
moment,
last minute.
I think you should do it right now before we go to break.
2, 1.
Pick a team.
Wait, hold on.
No, you pick a team right now.
You told me that I can't pick a team. I can't jump on the Chiefs bandwagon until the Falcons season's officially over.
Falcons are done.
Falcons are done. Their season is done.
They're done.
I tried to hop on the old Chiefs bandwagon weeks ago.
But we make the rules.
Yeah, we do.
I don't like this.
That's why we just gave you an ultimate. Like, you got to pick right now.
There's three teams.
It's 3 against 1.
There's
You're done.
3 teams in mind that I know Anthony's leaning towards. We'll start with the NFC. One of them is the Seahawks because of Sam Darnold. He wants him to do well to make you guys feel bad.
Yeah, he does.
The
That's
second
the
one,
spite team.
Yeah.
the second one is a team with a quarterback that he loves. Another reason he wants Carey to feel bad, that's the
Justin Herbert.
Chargers.
Okay.
And the other one is his true believer because he likes their defense. That's the Houston Texans. They're a dark horse.
He won't pick either
won't
of
pick the
those.
Texans.
He won't pick any of those teams.
He won't pick the team.
He's
He'll
smiling right now.
I was
That's
actually
his
leaning.
team.
I was
He'll
actually
probably pick
leaning.
the Bills.
That's his team.
No, I'm not going to pick the Bills. I was actually leaning Texans.
He's been
When I was-
talking him up all
They're not going to make
last
the
week.
playoffs.
What's that?
They're probably not going to make the playoffs.
Oh, they'll make the playoffs. All right.
Wow, really?
That's a runaway freight train
1,
right
2,
now.
Won like 5 or 6
3,
games in a
They're
row.
7th right now.
4. Yeah,
CJ
they're-
Stroud's locked in. Nico Collins just balling.
All right.
Can they run the ball? Not really.
But then what are you going to do 2 weeks from now when they're out?
He's going to be like
Just
everybody
gonna
else.
enjoy the game.
No, I don't want Anthony enjoying games.
Damn.
Well, if his team is
Well,
winning, he is enjoying.
He hasn't enjoyed
He
his
hasn't.
team for a while.
He hasn't.
Yeah.
Let him enjoy just games.
Okay, guys, you know what? I'll just go to hell. It's fine. Go to break.
Speaking of the NFL, Week 15, this was a pivotal week for us in the Fast Lane against the Rizzuto Show. We were all tied up. We'll give you what happened here. Plus, we'll get into the other action around the league in what wound up being an injury-filled day in the NFL. It's next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. Blues back in action tonight, taking on the Nashville Predators. They will be without Dylan Holloway. He sustained a right ankle injury in yesterday's practice and will be reevaluated in 6 weeks. Blues Predators tonight. You can listen to that right here on 101 ESPN. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. We'll talk with Blues Insider with The Athletic, Jeremy Rutherford, at 3 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to dive into Week 15 of the NFL. That's next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Get ready to pick 'em. It's the Fast Lane Football Pick 'em Challenge on 101 ESPN.
Refreshed by Bud Light, official beer of the NFL. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly.
We went into Week 15 tied with the Rizzuto Show. We had battled back. We were trailing them virtually all season. Kind of kept chipping away.
That's what good teams do.
We'd win, win one, lose one, win one, lose two, win two. Well, boys, we got the lead back.
Yep.
Yes.
We got the lead back.
Baby.
Tonight doesn't matter. You got the Dolphins and the Steelers. Doesn't matter. I think both sides are on the Steelers. Your winners: Brandon Kiley with 9.
Oh boy.
Jamie Rivers with 9.
Yes.
Andrew Marsh with 9.
No.
Me, Anthony Stalter, 8. Carey Davis was 7. He'll be shot with the airsoft gun tomorrow. How many? 4?
Yeah.
4 times. But you know what? It's a dub. It's a win.
It doesn't hurt as much when we win, Carey.
That's right.
Nah, that's not true, actually. It's still painful.
Yeah, but not as painful.
I went out on a limb on a couple. It's okay. We'll talk about it.
All right, well, let's get into these. Now, we do have a full segment dedicated to the Mahomes injury, what's Casey's future. We're also going to get into a little bit later on in the show, excuse me. And this one I dedicate to Andrew Marsh. Is it time to stop doubting the Broncos? I mean, they're a small dog yesterday. We keep saying, prove it, Broncos, prove it, Broncos, prove it. Prove it. All they keep doing is proving it.
They impressed me yesterday.
That was a significant win yesterday.
That was.
I said it. You're walking the tightrope. We're breaking down the schedule. You only beat this team by this much. You only beat that team by this much. They're not the Chiefs from a year ago, obviously. But they do have one thing in common, which is whatever needs to be done to win that game on that afternoon or that night, the Broncos figure it out.
Yeah.
And they did it again yesterday. Mm-hmm. There's no perfect team right now. Even if you go to the NFC and you say, well, clearly the Rams are the best team. A couple weeks ago, they lost in Charlotte to the Panthers, who just lost to the Saints. There's no perfect team in the NFL.
If the Lions didn't screw around yesterday, I have no idea what the hell Dan Campbell was calling in the second half.
Well, we'll get to that in a second.
My goodness.
You just laid out an intriguing tease there for us. But if you going back to the Broncos, they figure it out. They do what they got to do to win games. Bo Nix made a bunch of plays with his legs yesterday, not necessarily from running, but moving inside and outside the pocket. Again, I don't think they're a perfect team, but they got a strong defense, got a couple of capable running backs. Their head coach is a Super Bowl winner.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix continues to make plays for him. And they've got a plethora of wide receivers, whether it's Franklin or Sutton or the tight end Evan Ingram or the other kid, Pat Bryant, who was out yesterday, but he's made plays. It's a good team. Michigan.
Hell no.
Illinois.
Yeah, thank you.
Go Illini.
Go Illini. There you now you got it. Come on, man. What the hell are we doing here?
Oh,
Don't
man.
you look at me
What the hell
like
are you
that.
doing?
Don't you look at me like that.
I didn't know you
Go
were.
Illini. Always. Come on, man.
With a fumble at the
Davis on the
Show
fumble.
live on Friday
that
night.
was you three.
All of us were wrong. You're right, Gary.
Hey, you supposed to be thinking what I'm thinking.
You're supposed to be thinking like a team.
You looked at us and you're like, come on, you know this one. We're like, no, we got it right.
And then I looked at you and said, "You don't got it at all,
I
dude."
don't got it.
Okay, well, we went too inside here, but there was. No, let me explain it. If you're driving around, you're like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I know, you didn't have to yell at us.
He yelled at you. He didn't yell at me.
He looked at me. I yelled.
We're at the pageant on Friday night. The Riz show live was going on. The Riz show invited us out, which we appreciate, and we played a Family Feud style game.
It was like match game.
Yeah, match game. Where somebody sits down from your team, somebody sits down from their team. They put something on the screen where you have to fill in the blank.
Yeah.
And you have to try to guess what the person who's sitting down is writing down.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we got, and we were playing with our big boss John Kiowski. He was on our team.
Yeah,
because we needed to have 5. No, he's not.
I didn't say him. Why did you say him?
They put one of the things on the board was go
Blank.
go blank. We all wrote down, go fast lane yourself. Carey wrote, Illini. Go Illini.
Kiowski was the closest with Steelers.
I was actually going to go. It was a toss-up between Steelers and Illini. And I specifically told you all, this is what happened. See, I left because I had to go sit down in the chair. And I specifically said, when we first started, everyone should not write the same thing. The chances of it hitting are not great. If one of you go fast lane yourself, you wrote that down. If you wrote it down, you wrote go Illini, you wrote go, whatever, and Kiowski wrote go Steelers. Guess what? We would have had 1 point, and guess what we'd have done? Won the damn game.
I like to bury the opponent.
Yeah, well, how'd that work out for you?
Well, it would have been fine if you'd have been on the program.
I said, everyone should not have the same answer.
Now he's saying that.
She was there. I know you might have had a few in you. You probably don't remember.
I had quite a few.
Yeah, I know.
I had an eventful night.
Because you had a night.
Yeah.
Your night got started before we even got there.
I had to come out of. I had to do the 40 before we started.
Jamie did a lap dance for Riz.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
You're
Broncos.
welcome,
Broncos. We'll spend an entire segment on them because look, they deserve some flowers here tonight. But Jamie, you were about to say that Dan Campbell screwed up the game yesterday against the Rams.
Yeah, actually, I watched the first half and I thought to myself, "Holy crap, he's got them where he wants them." Mm-hmm. And the passing game was on point. They were making big plays, chunks of offense.
They couldn't stop Amon-Ra St. Brown.
No. And then all of a sudden, we're handing the ball off. I understand you have Jahmyr Gibbs, you've got David Montgomery. They're a big part of your offense. But if the other part of your offense is clicking, why would you stop doing it? Mm-hmm. 3rd and 9. Let's give it to Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, why? Goff has been hitting everything that moves. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
And then the Rams have said, "Oh, thank you very much." And it went from 24-14 Lions to a blowout the other way for the Rams.
What do you have against Dan Campbell? You hate Dan Campbell?
No, I don't hate Dan Campbell. I hate his play calling. Yesterday in the second half in particular.
Interesting.
Yeah. He should be fired immediately.
Oh, dang.
It's Detroit. Come on, we overreact.
Still, that's a tough one.
No, but he screwed it up, man. And we talk about it all the time with Dan Campbell. And as much as I love his, I'm going to go for it, and this is what we do, this is how we are, this is Lions football. Yesterday, I don't know, he did the opposite of what he usually does. Usually he takes a sledgehammer to kill the housefly. I don't care, I'm going for it. And he had a little tack hammer for a spike. We're just going to pick away at it and play safe.
Yeah.
No, why? You need wins, bro, and you're playing the best team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least they didn't blow a 21-point lead.
Oh man, Patriots!
Wow, that was bad.
That was bad.
I thought there was going to be nothing left of Buffalo.
Yeah.
I thought one of the storylines today was going to be us talking about how the Bills might not make the playoffs. Josh Allen was sitting on the bench, stupefied. Drake May was running all over the place. Travion Henderson, another big game.
Man.
What a game for him. But in the end, Buffalo's defense made enough stops in the second half, and New England's defense did not. The other factor here, too, in the second half, there might not be anybody better in the league than Josh Allen in the second half of games.
Oh, is he
Buffalo
good?
is not a championship team, though.
They're not. I agree.
They are not. You can't allow, especially playoffs, you can't allow yourself to get run on in that manner and in that fashion and consider like down 21-0 against and again, I think New England is going to be they are a playoff team. They're young though. Like they're still trying to figure out, like they got a head coach that has all the experience and their key players don't have much experience in that regard in terms of playoff wins and championship, kind of medal. So watching that team, and I'm speaking of Buffalo now, watching Buffalo, yes, they came back and they were able to win that game, but the fact that they allow you to run the football down their throats, it is absolutely ridiculous. They are slow on defense. They are not aggressive. The play where Travion Henderson broke that long run down the sidelines, the fact that Drake May can run past your starting safety and go block Tre'Davious White, like you're slow as hell, man. He's the quarterback. And he's running past safeties and going to he didn't even bother blocking the safety. I'm dropping his name. But he ran right past him like, hell, you ain't going to make the tackle. You too slow.
Right.
Let me go block Tre'Davious White.
Yep.
And blocked him and sealed the touchdown. Like, you're slow as hell on defense. You're not good defensively. And it's going to potentially ruin what should be a playoff championship caliber team. They're not good enough defensively, and it's going to bite them in the butt.
Still, if Josh Allen is a super freak, they may win it all.
Yeah,
that's kind of where it's at. But I agree with you, Carey. You're right, because at some point, teams are just going to stick with the run. They're going to bleed the clock, and Buffalo's going to be done.
Else
You're
for?
done. Yeah,
just
you don't need to put the ball in the air.
They're not going to stop it.
And you keep Josh Allen's ass on the sidelines. I'm with you. Some other big games yesterday. I think the Bengals are done. I think Zach Taylor gets fired. That team looked completely uninspired yesterday. It's like, hey, they got eliminated. We're done. The Ravens still got issues, but they're starting to build some confidence. So we'll see what the Steelers do. Carey's Steelers do tonight against the Dolphins. Maybe we're all tied up again in that division when it's all said and done. We'll see. All right, back to the Blues. Marsh's got a thought on the Blues being a contender for the foreseeable future, but there's a little caveat there. That's next on 101 ESPN.
It's that holiday time of year. What better gift to that special someone than how about a brand new vehicle or pre-owned vehicle from Londoff Chevrolet? That's right, Johnny Londoff Chevrolet. They've got the best deals in town. They give you the best money for your trade-in, and I can guarantee you this. You get the best customer service available in the area. They've been in the business for over 80 years. You don't do that by accident. You do that by providing great vehicles and top-notch customer service. So please stop by either location right now. You got the Londoff Autoplex in St. Peters and the OG, the original Londoff in Florissant, Missouri. Both locations are stocked with great deals right now. They're catering to the holiday season. They want to inspire you to buy a vehicle for that special someone in your life and know that you're getting a great vehicle and you're getting a great deal. So please stop by either location. Tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in. They love hearing that, and be ready to be treated exceptionally well by my friends over at Londoff Chevrolet. If you can't get there in person, get there online. Visit them at londoff.com or londoffautoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet.
Marsh, you had a thought about the Blues and their future as a contender as it relates to something that happened, I believe, on Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Was it Friday night that the news broke in the NHL?
Yeah, Quinn Hughes traded to the Minnesota Wild. The Canucks, they received...
Oh, we don't have to worry about the Canucks anymore.
Nah, they're done.
They get Zeev Buium, Marco Rossi, Liam Ogren, and a first-round pick. So now the Wild are a really... Not that they weren't a good team before, but now they just got even better. And for the foreseeable future, I'm looking at teams like the Minnesota Wild, the Dallas Stars, and the Colorado Avalanche being those top three teams in the Central. I do not know when that will be changing. So the question I have is, will the Blues sort of be stuck to being a wild card team for the foreseeable future with where their roster is right now and how they're building their team? Is that sort of the path to the playoffs for the Blues, barring some massive bad season or whatever it may be from one of those three teams that I just mentioned?
Yeah, it might be, but you also can't forget that if those three teams if it's top heavy in the Central Division, which would mean that it would be top heavy in the Western Conference of Central Division teams, well, you can still be a wild card team and be 10 points of the team ahead of the team behind you and still not be first, second, or third place because those teams are so damn good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't look at the wild card as a negative. I look at it as a negative if you're this spot right now for the next 2, 3, 4 years, where you're 4 points out, 2 points in, 2 points out, 3 points in, 5 points out. Like, if you're that team that's just hovering around the playoff line, I don't like that. I don't. Like, you look at some of these teams here, like Edmonton and San Jose, 36 and 35 points. The Blues have 31 points. So none of these teams in the wild card race right now are seizing the opportunity. But if the Blues, let's say a year from now or 2 years from now, are a team that's in the first wild card and they're 10 points ahead of the next team, let's just hypothetically say it's a Utah Mammoth. Well, you're doing your job at that point. You've announced yourself as a good team, and that doesn't mean that you're not better than the Pacific teams too, because right now, Vegas is first place in the Pacific with only 41 points. So, yeah, I think there's a risk of that right now because Colorado doesn't seem to be getting weaker anytime soon. All we can hope for is that those guys get older and get really bad quickly. It's a bad strategy. Dallas has done a really, really remarkable job of keeping their older players going, finding star players, Mikko Rantanen, or acquiring them is probably a better word, and then developing from within. The Robertsons, the Heiskanen, the Wyatt Johnson, those players, they've done a great job. And Minnesota Wild, Bill Guerin, I'll tell you this much, and I don't like to give too much credit around the league to people who don't deserve it. Bill Guerin absolutely deserves every bit of credit as a GM. He was a teammate of mine in Boston as well as here with the Blues. He's always been a brash competitor. He stepped into Minnesota, bought out Parise, bought out Suter, dead cap space for years. Up until last year was the first year where they didn't have like $11 or $12 million in dead cap space. They've remained competitive, and now that they're out of the dead cap era, Kaprizov's gotten paid. He's staying in Minnesota. Quinn Hughes, just traded for him. Don't know if he'll stay in Minnesota, but he's got 2 years of Quinn Hughes now to go along with his team. He's been uber aggressive, and it's paid off. So, yeah, are the Blues a perennial wild card team for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? Maybe. But that doesn't mean they're not a great team or a good team.
Yeah, I'm just jealous right now because those three teams that we just talked about, they have just a dynamic forward and a dynamic defenseman.
Yeah, okay, so let's go one step further. Not just dynamic, like all world, okay? Like, if we're going to be...
How do we get that?
If we're gonna be,
Can we get a good defenseman?
well, the way you do that is you're really bad for an extended period of time, and you get several whacks at it. So the Colorado Avalanche was really bad for an extended period. In fact, I think historically they put together the worst season ever in the NHL 1 year. The lowest point totals, I think, in ever, Bob. They got Landeskog, McKinnon, Rantanen, and Cale Makar.
I don't like that.
Set up pretty good. Dallas Stars, for some reason, avoided this. They hovered around the wild card, in and around, kind of what they avoided it, but they, as far as their all-world stars, they acquired Mikko Rantanen, oddly enough. One of the guys the Avalanche had drafted. So now the Stars went out and acquired that player and drafted Heiskanen. So that's it's a homegrown product. The Wild drafted Kirill Kaprizov. And now they went and acquired Quinn Hughes. And you go down Edmonton, obviously they've got some superstars. San Jose, I wouldn't say they have all-world stars yet, but Celebrini, Wyatt Smith, those guys, they could be that very soon in the near future. The Blues have really good players. I'd say star players. In Robert Thomas, I think Philip Broberg's a damn star right now. Colton Parayko's having a bit of a down year, but he had a great season last year. They have star players. They don't have all-world players.
Right.
That doesn't mean that, Stenberg or Stancil or Dvorsky or Snuggerud, doesn't mean they can't get there. They just don't have it right now. And that's a big difference maker. Because some of these games are the one-goal games or a tie game, and you need that extra little oomph. You can throw one of those superstars on the ice and go, that probably should work.
Yeah.
You don't have to look down the bench and go, okay, who can I put out here right now? It's just an automatic for some of these teams.
Yeah. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We're going to get through Jeremy Rutherford, so we'll continue our Blues conversation with him next.
Anthony, we talk about energy levels all the time. We talk about, want to look good again, all this stuff. Want to feel good again, all that stuff. But sometimes we don't. 30, 40, 50 years old, testosterone starts to go, goodbye. But you don't know it because it doesn't feel any different except for people around you notice what's going on there. That's why I said to get in to see our friends over at Mentality. They're awesome. 2 locations, Chesterfield, South County. Get your blood drawn, and that's where you get all your answers from, and that's where they create your custom program designed specifically for each individual.
I always enjoy when somebody comes up to you or I and they say, "Hey, are you actually going to Mentality?" Yep, every single week. You actually seeing the benefits? Yep, every single day. And it's not just in the gym too. It's how I feel. It's when I go home, my mood stabilizes. If obviously around the holidays things can get a little tense. I felt completely calm, locked in. Now, there's certain things that, happen, of course, and you're like,
human, Anthony.
I'm only human. But the mood swings and things like that, the signs of low testosterone, a lot of that is in my past because I love Mentality. I love being on the program. Yes, you see the benefits in the gym. Yes, you see the benefits at work and at home and all that, but it's how you feel each and every day. Highly, highly encourage you to head to one of the 2 locations that Jamie just mentioned. Tell them Jamie and Anthony sent you in there. Sit down, tell them how you're feeling, jump on their program, and do it before the start of the new year because you're going to want to get back into the gym at the start of the new year and you're going to be revving to go. It's Mentality.
Rutherford Report with our Blues insider, Jeremy Rutherford, on 101 ESPN.
JR is brought to you by Evergreen Wealth Strategies, helping everyday people every day. Visit evergreen-ws.com.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN 306. Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Callie and Thompson phone line. We're joined by our guy, Jeremy Rutherford, our Blues insider with The Athletic. What's up, JR?
Doing well. Saw a picture of Jamie and Bert that I'm trying to erase from my memory, but...
Yeah.
You don't like that picture?
Yeah.
Let's say people would like that picture than if it were me and Bert, but no, that looks like a good time, Riv. That's a guy I want to see, and I know you're buddies with him. Sure would be nice to have some tickets just kind of fall on my desk.
Well, yeah, Bert, what JR was talking about is Bert Kreischer was in town, and Bert and I got to hang out for a little bit yesterday and then again last night. And he's a riot, man. He's one of the funniest dudes on the planet, and what you see is what you get. And when we were posing for that promotion for Dirt Cheap, he peels off his tarp and looks at me, and he's like, buddy, really? I'm like, oh, no problem. I'm like, you don't know, I was almost naked last night.
Getting back to, hockey and whatnot.
Why would you do that?
There's just no smooth transition
Let's
there.
talk about injuries, Anthony. That's way better.
Yeah, no, it's not. Just, I got to do it. Dylan Holloway is the latest injury. First and foremost, what can you tell us about the injury, about the timeline, what fans can expect in terms of Holloway returning?
Yeah, so full disclosure, I wasn't at the practice yesterday. I was on my way back from out-of-town tournament, but Dylan Holloway yesterday went down. I think there are a couple things. One is I know that at one point he had scored a goal, got kind of excited and, maybe have done something to the ankle there. But then also there's a situation with Buchnevich where tangled up a little bit. And so he goes down, gets helped off the ice. And today, Jim Montgomery confirming that he's going to be out 6 weeks, reevaluated in 6 weeks with a right high ankle sprain. So, the hits just keep coming, especially with the forwards, guys. That's the biggest thing. Like, we've all covered teams, watch hockey teams where, get decimated by injuries, but I just can't recall a situation where it's one group. It's all forwards, and that's what it's been so far. The defense has been pretty healthy, the goaltending healthy. So with Kyrou and Holloway, you're only talking about 8 goals each, but that's 2 of your top 3 goal scorers. And so the lineup tonight, you look at it, and I'm sure you guys have done the Blues line combination game like you do with the Cardinals, right? That'd be a hard one tonight. But Buchnevich, Thomas, and Neighbors, that's the only line that I think at the start of the season you could look and say, okay, that's an NHL line that we're going to see a lot, and that's the only one. After that, it gets kind of dicey. And, as Jim Montgomery said, Tampa, some other teams are playing through it and winning, and that's what the Blues are going to try to do.
JR, Robbie Fabry's played 2 games, 2 points. He's put a guy into the bench with a hit. He's looking like a guy that's hungry to play, but now he's elevated already right into the lineup, now going to play second line tonight. I mean, watching Robbie Fabry first couple of games, what are your thoughts, please?
Yeah, so just sitting at home, hoping that he was back in the NHL, to getting a PTO with the Florida Panthers down with their AHL affiliate, the Charlotte Checkers, playing 3 games there, and now just 2 games back in the NHL, looking as good as he has, I think is pretty phenomenal, Jamie. Even Jim Montgomery the other night saying that he was their best player, albeit that bad loss to Nashville. So the fact that he can step in and play like this, I think, is remarkable. I asked him about it today. I said, could you have envisioned this a couple weeks ago? And he said, you know what? I never doubted myself. I felt like if I could get the chance again, I could get back in there and produce. But as you said, playing well offensively, and then also the big hit the other night, laying the guy into the boards. And you nailed it earlier. I was listening where you said that, listen, he's really learned to play that 200-foot game. And Jim Montgomery said today that he talked to some coaches that Robbie Fabry's had past couple of years, and they said that's the part of the game that's really developed for him. So I think he's come at the right time for the Blues with all these injuries, and he's taken advantage of it.
JR, Logan Mayu got his first goal as a Blue. I'm sure he was very excited about that. What have you seen from him? Do you feel like he's starting to turn the corner and become more confident and more comfortable in his role here?
Yeah, I think so, Carey. And I just wonder, I always say, Riv could answer this probably better than me too, but I wonder if that first goal would have come, let's say 4, 5, 6 games into him starting out his career with the Blues. Could things have been any different? Just everything he did, it backfired. He was on the ice for a lot of goals against. He just couldn't pick up, that offensive goal. And if he gets it, does the confidence pick up, a couple months ago, and maybe he doesn't even make that trip to the minors? I think it all probably worked out for the best because I think that reset was a good thing for him. But yeah, to get that goal the other night and I think be part of things really is going to give him a boost.
Internally, JR, and we are talking to our guy Jeremy Rutherford of The Athletic. He's our Blues insider. Internally, what do you think the discussions are like right now for the Blues in terms of how they view the current situation, how they view moving forward? Obviously, the whole thing was the whatever is over with, but how do you think that the start of this year has changed things for the immediate future?
Yeah, I think this is the number one question right now. And I'm not saying that the injuries have changed the Blues' outlook. I really do believe that they were going down a path where it's exploring what can they get for their guys who have some value, like a Shen, like a Falk, maybe even like a Binnington, and what's out there. And they're going to explore that and find out what's going on. And when you're still 2 or 4 points out and you got all your guys healthy, I realize it's tough to maybe pull the trigger on some of those moves. But especially with these injuries, and especially as you get a little bit deeper into the season, I think that's the direction this is going to end up going. But, sometimes you think they're going to pull off some moves and they stand pat, and then like last year they put a little run together. But I think big picture with this team, with the way they're trying to turn things over a little bit in the next couple years to some of these younger guys, I think there's going to be no choice but to capitalize on some of these assets, or else, let's say you hang on to them and then you bring this same group back next year or similar to the group that you got. And now these guys are 33, 34, 35 with another year left on their deal. So I think it's going to continue down the path that we all probably expected.
Jared, Joel Hofer gets the starter's net tonight. I asked Monty this morning, so was that planned or was that a bit of an adjustment? He coyly said that was planned. And I have no choice but to believe the coach, obviously. But I feel like there may have been a little more thought into it than just saying, oh, yeah, it was a planned start. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, probably so. I heard the great question. Jamie is sitting back there in the fourth row. Off with the good question, yeah. And then, Monty said the plan starts. So, I'd take him for their word, but I realize that there is a lot more thought, behind each of these starts, not just sending a guy out there. So, he's been playing really well, and I know Binnington's been good at times here in the last stretch too, but that Nashville game last week, and now you got the same opponent on the ice tonight. You mix things up and you go with Hofer. But to me, this kind of ties into that last question that we were talking about. The trade. Like, when are you going to get to a point, if you are, where you're going to hand this thing off to Joel Hofer? Is it the end of this year? Is it before the trade deadline, or is this a move that they make in the offseason and decide to go to Joel Hofer? A lot of people want to see Jordan Binnington finish his career as St. Louis Blues, statue outside, yada, yada, yada. But with the way Joel Hofer's played, I think that he's creating a situation where if the Blues can get what they'd like for Jordan Binnington, perhaps you'd see a move there.
JR, we appreciate you. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Yep, sounds good, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. It's Jeremy Rutherford here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. And that is interesting when you look at where this team is. You compare it to the comments that were made at the end of last year about the retool, rebuild, whatever, and how things have changed now. And the injuries maybe take some of the heat off of like what immediately you have to do, because guys are banged up, you can't do anything. But at some point, you're going to have to address that, and it's probably going to first come at the trade deadline, and it's going to be interesting to see what Doug Armstrong, Alexander Steen, and the rest of this front office will do.
It's going to be based on where they're at, too.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Patrick Mahomes Devastating injury, tore his ACL. Now, Andy Reid did say that that Patrick Mahomes avoided further damage to the knee, but this is still something that, if you're a Chiefs fan, you're eliminated on the same day that you lost your franchise quarterback. So we'll get into that. And what is Kansas City's immediate future with Mahomes out? What do you do next year? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Well, if you're tired of getting up every morning and checking out the stock market because you got some money in there and you're just not sure where the stock is going, it is very stressful. I know the feeling very well. How about I interest you in something that is offering steady returns, long-term growth, and real stability? That is U.S. farmland. I know. I never thought about it either until I talked to Chris Bronner, who is the founder of AgVest, and he told me all about it. And you don't have to be a millionaire either to get involved, but you do have to call Chris Bronner. And one thing about AgVest is they've helped leading financial institutions manage over $900 million in farmland, and they're licensed in 10 states. Good news, too. If you own farmland, AgVest can help you. They're going to maximize its value with full-service management from sourcing and diligence to rent, as well as tenant selection. But again, you have to call AgVest founder Chris Bronner. His number is 618-520-7022. That's 618-520-7022, or visit agvestadvisors.com. Buy land. They're not making it anymore.
Chiefs head coach Andy Reid said that Patrick Mahomes is getting a second opinion on the surgery that is required to repair the torn ACL in his left knee. I mean, this seems probably standard, right, guys, where you get as many opinions as you can before undergoing surgery, but you also need to go ahead and do it because the quicker that you have the surgery done, the quicker that you can heal.
I mean, the MRI showed that it's torn. I'm sure it's torn. I don't know if the other MRI machine is going to show that it's not torn.
Right.
Are you waiting for one to say it's fine, Coach?
I'm sure you can find one of them machines.
Somebody.
So plug it.
Pay me enough. I'll show it's fine.
Yeah, so season-ending injury, just absolutely brutal. So Gardner Minshew will start for the rest of the season for the Chiefs. They were eliminated yesterday from playoff contention. Down year overall for Mahomes, but it was less to do with him and the fact that the offensive line was banged up, couldn't stay healthy. Travis Kelce, you wonder about his future. But my question to you guys is ACL injuries. I mean, Adrian Peterson had the ACL, and he kind of skewed the way we view that injury because he came back, I think, in 7 or 8 minutes.
Seemed like it.
But Mahomes, Carey, do you think that he can be back for October? Do you think he's not back until the very end of the season? Because some people are talking like, well, maybe you just let him rehab for all of next season. There ain't no way in hell. Mahomes, who played with a high ankle sprain in the Super Bowl, is going to want to wait an entire season.
Yeah, I don't. For me, I think it's person to person. Adrian Peterson was the abnormal, outlier. He was not human. He came back in record time, and then I think went on to win NFL MVP or rush for 2,000 yards. He was spectacular. I don't think I wouldn't use that as my guideline, as my baseline for how you're going to return and how healthy you're going to be. It just varies. It depends. It depends on how long it takes for you to have the surgery. Some people, it takes longer because they actually have to wait for the swelling to go down in the knee before they can actually do the procedure. So if you don't have any swelling, you can get it done the next day. Some people, it may take 2-3 weeks, maybe a month before the swelling actually goes down, which makes your recovery time that much longer because you waited a month in comparison to somebody that was able to get it done right away. As far as the Kansas City Chiefs, I think obviously this year they're out of the playoffs. They have been knocked out, eliminated, and I would assume that next year is going to be the same thing. But it will give you time. Tom Brady had this situation. He tore his ACL as well, if I'm not mistaken. You have time to kind of readjust, look at what you're doing because you put so much on Patrick Mahomes to be your safety net. Well, that ain't going to happen, right? You have to figure out other ways to win games. Is it playing better defensively, getting better in the secondary? Steve Spagnuolo is going to blitz everyone if he can. If he could blitz all 11, he would. He has no issue with it. But getting better in the secondary so that you can cover up some of those longer passes or those completions that are downfield when your front seven aren't able to get home. And then figuring out offensive line, it seems like everybody's gotten injured on that offensive line. So finding a way to get healthy, get better on that offensive line, and upgrade the running game, I think you have the receivers in the positions that they need to be in. I know Hollywood Brown didn't play yesterday. Travis Kelce is probably on his way to retirement now, especially since his quarterback isn't looking like he's going to play the rest of this season for sure, and maybe a large portion of next year, if not all of it. Finding a way to rebuild that offense and become potent again. Right now, they are just pedestrian. Like they are, maybe we score, maybe we don't. Chances are we're not going to score. We can't run the ball when we're supposed to run the ball. Good teams can run the ball when everyone in the stadium knows, hey, we're running the football. Otherwise, you leaning on Patrick Mahomes to be a magician, and the magic dust ran out this year. It's not enough for him to cover everything, especially when you got guys dropping passes in the way that they have been as well.
I do think, though, guys, and Jamie, you certainly remember this with the Patriots.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, the Patriots did such a great job of reinventing themselves on the fly. They were forced to do it the one year that they had Matt Castle, but that was a better roster. Like the Patriots roster top to bottom was better at that point when Tom Brady suffered the knee injury. The Chiefs, I mean, look, eventually the bill comes due, and the bill came due for the Chiefs this season. To get to the Super Bowl last year was pretty remarkable, given that the roster really was largely the same. These guys are competitive. The Chiefs fans are, incredibly faithful. They're competitive. They want to see a winner. In some respects, though, this is going to force the Chiefs to finally hit the reset button. And I don't blame them for running it back as much as they can, but it's over with now. They have to kill some of these drafts. Like Carey said, continue to add to the O-line. I know they started that process. Nothing you can do about some of the injuries, but they need to get a better right tackle. They can fortify the guard position maybe a little bit more, and they need some secondary help. They have to stop tinkering. Add another Sky Moore type. I know he's not with the Chiefs anymore, but another Sky Moore type doesn't do anything. They've got to develop a running game. So like the Patriots, Jamie, maybe they can reevaluate and retool on the fly, and then when Mahomes is ready to go again, it opens up a new dynasty window.
That's kind of where I was going with it and the Patriots went through, I think, 3 separate teams, we'll call it. Mm-hmm. The first team, then they had the ACL team, I call it, and then the last team that basically was garbage that they gave Tom Brady, who still won a Super Bowl with them.
Right.
Did very well. I think the Chiefs right now, if you're Andy Reid in the front office, you're sitting there with your roster and you go, okay, you just put a little X's over guys that are either getting old or can't contribute anymore or should move on. And then you start looking towards the future. We got a year. If I'm the Chiefs, we got the rest of this season and all of next year. I don't care if Patrick Mahomes comes back halfway through next year or what. I'm taking that whole season next year and we're rebuilding this thing so that the following season, we've got the new improved version of Patrick Mahomes, knees good, all that stuff, and now we have some weapons around him. We have a good offensive line. We have a running game. We have we have enough time between now and then to kind of rebuild this thing and get rid of some contracts that you don't like or players or like Travis Kelce. Hey, dude, thank you for your service. Chest bump. You're out of here, man. We don't require your services anymore. Not because you weren't a great player. Mm-hmm. It's going to be in the Hall of Fame. All that, I respect the hell out of it, but it's just time. Mm-hmm. And that gives you the runway to do that. Now it's what the Chiefs do with it, is what Andy Reid can do as far as building a roster with the front office, all that stuff, to give Patrick Mahomes the ability to be Tom Brady and take another whole brand new team almost and repeat what they did right now with this little dynasty that they had.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy watching the AFC playoffs this year with no Mahomes. Potentially no Lamar, although the Ravens are starting to knock on the door again. But no Patrick Mahomes, no Chiefs. There will be a new representative in the AFC this season.
It's crazy. It's going to be crazy to watch.
It's wide open.
The Chiefs do have to figure some things out. I mean, they ran the ball 19 times for 38 yards.
19 good
for 37 yards with their running backs.
They've had no running.
They had the longest run by the running backs was 7 yards yesterday. Patrick Mahomes had the longest run of the day at 12 yards. You're not going to win, man.
No.
And I love Isaiah Pacheco. I do. I think he's a young man that works his tail off. Mm-hmm. He's not your best runner. He can't be your best running back.
Yeah. He can be a complimentary back.
He can be a complimentary back. He can be a third down back. But he can't be your bell cow. He can't be the guy that you lean on to carry the ball 15, 20 times and expect to have, success.
Agreed. It's Fastlane on 101 at ESPN. Do all signs point towards one American League team as the best landing spot for Brendan Donovan? And what could the Cardinals expect to get back in return for him? That's next on 101 ESPN.
The world's largest sports book at your fingertips has arrived here in the state of Missouri. That's right, Circa Sports. It's sports betting the way it should be. They've got high app limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional customer service. Circa Sports is better for the better. We had Derek Stevens in here with his whole crew not too long ago, and just exciting times right now with Circa Sports. They absolutely love their customers, and they don't cut you off. They celebrate your winnings, so they don't limit you or cut you off from their betting. No, they want to have you. If you're on that hot streak, you just keep going. They want to see that for you. And also on the app, they've got great lines on futures bets, tight money line splits, and they have the best odds of any app that are out there. They offer the player props, just like everybody else, and the parlays. Just a lot of fun using Circa Sports. So please get to the App Store or Google Play. Download Circa Sports. It's a white logo, so it looks new. It's different. That's because for the state of Missouri, it's a white logo. Download that app today and start having fun with your own personal bookie in the palm of your hand. That's Circa Sports. A lot of exciting things going on. Download the app today. Must be 21 or older. For problem gambling, call the Problem Gamblers Helpline at 1-800-522-4700.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Blues take on the Predators tonight. You can listen to that game right here on 101 ESPN. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. Dylan Holloway will not be playing tonight as he sustained a right ankle injury in yesterday's practice and will be reevaluated in 6 weeks. If you have missed anything from today's show, including our interview with Blues Insider with The Athletic, Jeremy Rutherford, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you will find all of our interviews and all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. So the Brendan Donovan trade market is something that we're keeping an eye on. And Katie Wu of The Athletic, before she moves on to cover the Dodgers, she continues to write about the Cardinals. But the Mariners and Giants have both emerged as the front runners to acquire Brendan Donovan. The Cardinals are seeking multiple top prospects in return, not major league talent. So they're looking for top prospects.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to continue to rebuild this thing, and I would think that'd be something, Carey, that the Giants and the Mariners especially, would be interested in giving up. Mariners were right there last year. They nearly represented the American League, but they lost the pennant to the Blue Jays. Mm-hmm. They're right there. We talk about windows and understanding where you are as a team. Cardinals know damn well they're rebuilding. That's why you go out there and you sign Dustin May as opposed to some veteran, or spend big on a pitcher. You're not there yet. Right. Mariners, different story. But trade talks have accelerated since the winter meetings, especially with Seattle, according to Katie Wu. Donovan, 28, under team control through 2027, making him highly attractive. Now, Seattle has long been linked to Donovan and is now showing increased urgency, and it helps that there's at least one other team, the other team in this case being the Giants, that are interested because you can obviously drive up the price. The Cardinals have inquired about, and I'm going to hack up this name, I apologize, Drangelo. I don't even know how to pronounce that last name. It's Cijntje. Cijntje.
Kajniti.
Sure.
Kajniti.
Or we'll go with that. That's Seattle's 2024 first-round pick, who throws both right-handed and left-handed.
Let's go,
That's a great guy. You need
Sounds like a Cardinal.
Definitely.
So
Does he play shortstop and outfield too?
No, well,
Sure
he
can.
might. He might.
Probably a switch hitter as well.
So that is the player
At the plate.
That is the player that the Cardinals have inquired about from Seattle. Lazaro Montez, a top outfield prospect, has also been discussed. And one of the reasons why Seattle has increased some urgency when it comes to acquiring Brendan Donovan is because they just lost Jorge Polanco to the Mets, which obviously creates a clear infield need. So those are the players that are being discussed for Donovan. Are you guys surprised by that, given where we are in Major League? Now, we know what Donovan's worth, but given how teams build now in Major League Baseball through power bats and power arms, are you guys surprised that Donovan could fetch a couple of top prospects from a team like Seattle?
No. I said this. I think Brendan Donovan is a key piece to a team that has star power, that has, all of the elements of a team that has the potential to make a run or a push at a World Series. He just can't be your best player, and he's your best player if you're the St. Louis Cardinals, and that's high praise for Brendan Donovan. But some people may think it's a crap sandwich, right? He's not supposed to be the best player on a team that's going to win a championship. I think the Mariners have a few guys, one guy in particular, that you would consider the star, right? Right? Oh, yeah.
The big dumper?
Yeah. So,
which is interesting because they also have Julio Rodriguez, who just a couple of years ago was emerging as the star.
But not as large a dumper.
Yeah, there you go. So, for me, it's a great situation if you're the Cardinals. You put yourself in a great position to get to move on from Brendan Donovan and open up a spot, because that's also one of the issues you ran into last year, but also get a lot in return because you're building for the future. This is not a project that is going to be complete in 2026. And if you think it is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Quit asking. It ain't going to happen. It's not 2026. We're building for 27, 28, 29. Like, you're building this team for the future so that you can have a roster, a starting rotation of a group of guys that you can trust, and you know they have high ceiling and they are going to be dominant players. That's your goal. And Brendan Donovan, by the time you get to that point, he doesn't fit into what you would need in that particular time.
Correct.
Like, he is we need this player to win right now. And you are not in a win right now position. You are in we're going to build, and then we'll be winning in 2 to 3 years.
The other thing to keep in mind here is that the Cardinals aren't just going to give them away. The Cardinals are looking for top prospects. They want to be blown away by the return, and they should be. Donovan is under team control. He's a player that you can. We talked about his versatility defensively. Somebody that can also hit at the top of the lineup. He's a perfect leadoff hitter, especially for a team like Seattle if they want to explore different things. The Giants don't necessarily need a leadoff hitter, but they could certainly use his versatility. They got nobody to play second base right now, so it's not well.
I think what CD said is probably the biggest key to all of this is that you're not in win now mode. Brendan Donovan's 28, 29?
He's 28.
28 years old right now. You've got your next Brendan Donovan. His name's J.J. Weatherholt. That's what he's profiling to be better than Brendan Donovan, at least at bat. So why not bring that guy along? So in your window of 2, 3, 4 years, you've got that. Plus he's young. He's cost controlled as well. Where Brendan Donovan, 2 years from now, who knows what he is as a player? 3 years from now, who knows what he is as a player?
Yeah.
So and 2 years from now, 3 years from now, the return will be a lot less for Brendan Donovan.
Yes.
So if I'm Chaim Bloom and the Cardinals, I'm evaluating all of these things and going, okay, I know he's popular. I know he's a great leader in our clubhouse. But this is why he's going to fetch us some players that can make a difference, that their timeline matches our timeline with our other young prospects.
Absolutely.
And then the Cardinals go from being this middling team for however many years now it's been, to where now they're like, okay, they're back in the discussion of not just winning the NL Central, but this is a young team that can make some noise for a number of years.
Definitely.
And I think if you take a step back and you just look at it, you know, a guy who was in your system, wasn't a top dude heading into the majors, you developed this guy into being a guy that fetched maybe a couple top prospects. That's a win, man.
I agree.
You got to do that.
Yep, I agree. By the way, if you're wondering what the return could look like from the Giants, because I mentioned the 2 prospects from the Mariners, the return right now, if the deal would be with the Giants, Cardinals have discussed, again, according to Katie Wu, prospects Gavin Keelan, who's an infielder, and Carson Wisenhunt, the left-handed pitching prospect, who I think the Giants selected
Ken's son?
pretty recently. I don't think they're related.
No, not Ken's son?
I don't think so.
Could be.
I mean, it could be, but I don't think they're related. No. Yeah.
We got a text from the 314, so we should trade Braden Shen using that theory.
What theory is that?
Is Braden Shen getting a couple of top prospects in return?
No.
Okay.
But right now, Braden Shen, at the deadline, probably a second rounder.
Okay.
So
I understand your point, because you're saying that the Blues timeline.
Well, this text is probably mad at us because we always say, "Oh, it's Ricardo. What about your Blues?" Okay, well then,
trade them.
Go ahead, trade them.
Yep,
trade everybody.
Trade them all.
Wow. You guys are.
We cool?
You guys are.
Yeah.
Angry today.
You two? Us?
You two.
Nah.
Especially him. Look at his face.
Jamie, I
We
think
had a great weekend.
Busy weekend.
for all those people that are upset with Jamie, I think you should get out of here in like 15 minutes.
I'm done with this crap.
Yeah.
But not before you give us what we need.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I need it. So the Blues.
Well, you're going to get it, kid.
Yeah.
Talking about those keys to game.
Yeah.
Keys to victory.
Yeah.
And light the lamp. Next on 101 ESPN.
you're looking for aftermarket modifications, there really is only one place to go. That is Pure Performance. They're your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications. They've got amazing inventory out there at their showroom, whether it's running boards, light kits, leveling kits, lift kits, big tires, the rims. I mean, you name it, they've got everything for you. And it doesn't have to just be a Jeep or a Bronco or a pickup truck. No, SUVs, cars, even minivans have accessories that are available to them. And all you have to do is go visit them. They have a 25,000 square foot facility. It's the largest showroom in the area. It's located in St. Peter's, right off of Highway 70. Take the old Cave Springs Boulevard exit. It's right down on your left-hand side. Get inside. Please ask for Shelby or Paul. Tell them that Jamie Rivers sent you in. They love hearing that. And they're going to ask you what you're looking to do, what your budget is. And that's when they go to work. You're going to get an amazing vehicle, and the technicians are unbelievable at what they do. They also have a full-service garage, so anything you need while you're in there, they've got you covered. They can take great care of you, and they do. They will take great care of you, I absolutely promise. So get over there, check things out, or at least get there online. Visit pureperformance.com. That's pure, P-U-R, performance.com.
Well, last Friday, Carey Davis demanded that Jamie Rivers get back to his keys to victory, keys to the game. And to the surprise of nobody, the Blues won.
Direct correlation, of course.
So without further ado, Jamie.
Yeah.
Your 67 keys to victory tonight for the Blues.
Because we know
we're going to keep them to the best
they
ones.
listen to us.
Yeah. Keys of the game tonight, you got to win the net front battles. Last game against Nashville, you got taken up behind the woodshed, and they owned the blue paint in both ends of the ice. Braden Shen called his team and himself, said we're soft. Jim Montgomery wasn't happy with it. So tonight, number one thing is reestablishing that blue paint is going to be yours tonight. Keep things simple, man. We talked about it earlier in the show. You're missing so many bodies. You got new faces and new places. Just keep it simple. Play predictable hockey. Get it in behind the Nashville defense. Make them turn and go get it. Get in there. Buzz a tower on the forecheck. Be physical. Keep the puck down low. Force Nashville to defend. They have a lot of really good players, but not necessarily a bunch of guys who love to play defense. And so force them into the uncomfortable areas of the ice, which they don't want to play in. And then your power play has to get to work. Your penalty kill has to do their job as well. And your top guys got to be your top guys because you're missing so many of your regular guys. Thomas, Neighbors, Booch, Shen. I mean, these guys have to be contributing tonight. Parayko, Fowler got to have a big game. Broberg, Falk, all those guys got to contribute. And Joel Hofer, need a big game out of him.
Marsh, what are your keys to the game tonight?
Well, Anthony, outside of not letting up 7 goals against the Predators, I'm interested to know Jamie's thoughts on the defense rushing up. So last game, not against the Blackhawks, but against the Predators, that first goal, there's a rush, there's a turnover, and then they're caught.
You know what I was told when I broke into the league, Marshy?
What?
By a very savvy older defenseman. Don't trust the forwards. Don't ever trust the forwards.
Especially a guy that doesn't have a ton of games in the show.
But is he playing that night?
Is he?
Playing that night?
He was playing.
And he's an NHL player at that moment.
Yes. No, I agree with you. Sometimes, I'm thinking to myself, and I'm no coach by any means, but
not yet.
Never know.
Well, I've told you guys before. Sometimes I struggle with people listening. Anyways, I just
don't have kids, man.
Yeah.
Those jokers never listen.
No.
Nope.
The way that your team is sort of going about it right now, I don't know if you can run the risk of. And I get it. You want to create offense.
Do you like 2 goals a game, Marshy?
No, I don't. I also don't like 7 goals against.
I know, but last year when we were on the tear, the defense were a big part of it. If you watch every team in the league.
But they haven't been right now.
Okay.
Outside of Justin Falk.
But then what do? Okay, everybody stay back.
Just
No, everybody stay
just
back.
read the room. I don't know. I'm just throwing out my thoughts. I didn't know I was going to be criticized over them.
Not criticized. Just I understand that it's natural human behavior to isolate certain incidents.
Yeah.
Highlight them and go, oh boy, let's not do that. I'd rather not see that.
I just don't like odd man rushes.
But we don't also, do we highlight Philip Broberg, same game in Nashville, taking the puck all the way from the blue line, down below the goal line, circling back, moving, and then Fabry to McGinn, goal. If he's not aggressive, we don't score that goal.
I feel a little different when the defensemen have the puck rather than when they're jumping up in the rush.
So now we got a new bracket.
It's a new bracket.
It's another layer, Anthony.
It's like an ogre, Anthony. Ogres have layers.
Oh, man. Look, I'm
Like
fine.
onions.
I'm fine with the defensemen being aggressive. Ultimately, the forwards have to be responsible. One, both with the puck, and know where the hell they're at without the puck.
So I think that's where my criticism lies, is that, and we always talk about passing the puck on rushes. Sometimes these passes aren't crisp. They're either in somebody's skates, and all of a sudden, boom, puck's going the other way. That defenseman that jumps up in the rush, he's caught. It's an odd man break. puck might end up in the back of your net.
Yeah.
Like, it's just stuff like that. I think I don't trust the forwards, which goes back to your
Garth Butcher told me.
don't trust the forwards.
Don't ever trust the forwards.
Especially with this lineup, how it is constructed now with so many young guys.
You might be able to trust
In the
them
lineup.
more.
You think so?
As a young guy, more often than not, you're on high alert just to make sure you're doing your job properly. When you get a little comfortable, a little older, sometimes like, yeah, you'll be fine.
Somebody's there.
Yeah, I'm going to cheat on the offense. How'd that work out? Not great.
Not great.
Not great.
All right, let's get to our light the lamp game.
But a couple of guys can really shoot the puck.
I must confess you scored first.
Well, who was the first person?
Breakaway! Shoots! Score! We got hockey to learn.
All right, Marsh, latest standings.
All right, nothing changed from Friday. Jamie's still with 10 points. Carey still with 10 points. I have 6 points. Anthony, you have 3.
Give me that Jake Neighbors. It's got to hit at some point, boys. Let's keep betting it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Give me Robert Thomas. Got to hit at some point. Right, Anthony?
It has.
Yeah.
Give me... I was leaning Robbie Fabry, but now that we just had this conversation about defensemen stepping up in the play, it only makes sense that one of them would score. Give me Cam Fowler tonight.
Last time these two teams played, this guy was hot. Give me Steven Stamkos.
I don't think that's going to work, Anthony.
No,
Good try,
I mean,
though.
it works, just not for this game.
Yeah, not for this game.
Yeah. Okay. Braden Shen.
Ooh, I like
Since
that.
everybody wants to trade him.
Capitan.
Yeah. He's going to shove tonight. All right. Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Jamie, get out.
Yep.
He's got some Blues coverage tonight for the FanDuel Sports Network. So he gone. And he'll be back tomorrow. Darren will start off our Gauntlet Playoffs. Nice. We bring back the champions, not only this season, then Marsh, there are only 2, right?
So we had 2 winners in 2025.
That's
and then
too many, guys.
last
really
year,
is.
Yeah.
our Gauntlet champion was Nathan, so he will return to defend his title. But yeah, only 2. If you want to hear the standings right now, the final standings, I can give them to you.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear it.
Let's go.
All right. So why don't we just go through the list? Anthony, 52-15 on the year.
Nice.
Wow.
Jamie, 37-9.
Nice.
Carey, 41-40. A lot of gauntlets for you.
I was above 500, Jamie. That's all that matters. 41-40?
That's a lot of.
Jeez,
That's a lot.
Louise.
Winning record.
I went 28-15.
Wow, you don't get tested at all.
Alex Ferrario, a guest, 1-0 in hockey. Riz, 0-1 in hockey.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And BT joined a couple weeks ago. He went 1-0 in random, so our guest went 2-1, and the listeners went 80-155. Hopefully my math is correct on that. 80-155.
We were told no math. So, all right, Jamie, we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Darren is up next here on 101 ESPN.
Urban Chestnut has just released a brand new beer, and it is awesome. It is called Zwickle Light. It's an elevated light beer choice brewed for St. Louisans by local brewery Urban Chestnut. Again, locally brewed. It's a light lager with low calories and low carbs. Crisp, clean, refreshing. Only 95 calories, 3.7 carbs. And it was a hit at the Rivers House the other night. We had a bunch of people drinking Zwickle Light. We had take-home gifts, too. A little six-pack of Zwickle Light bottles. People were absolutely loving it. And they were loving the fact that it is the unofficial beer of St. Louis hockey. It's for any occasion. We talk about the holidays right now, but it could be birthday parties, could be just anything. Could be a nice weekend with your friends, tailgating, or just a nice cold beer after a hard day's work. You can find that Zwickle Light all over the place, especially over at Dirt Cheap. They've got it available over there as well. Again, it is a light, refreshing beer, low calories. You don't feel bloated. I absolutely love it, and you will too. For more information on anything to do with Urban Chestnut, visit urbanchestnut.com. Again, that's urbanchestnut.com. Keep it light, keep it local.
Warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
4:03, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome in Darren, who won a Gauntlet trophy earlier this year. It is the Gauntlet Playoffs. Marsh puts it on each and every year. So, Darren, good to have you back, man. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, guys. How are you?
We're doing great, man. Appreciate you. You sound like a nice guy. Don't know how you got past Marsh, but maybe.
I chose him last time.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, Darren. So this is the Gauntlet Playoffs. There's just a small wrinkle. You have an opportunity to either choose your category and let the wheel choose your opponent, or you get to choose your opponent and you'll go back to the wheel when it comes to choosing the category. What would you like to do?
I will take my opponent, and I will take Carey, please. No offense, Carey.
No problem.
Carey Davis.
Good luck, Darren.
Hey, thanks. You too.
All right. Carey's going to head into the cone of silence. Now, Darren, I know Marsh has got the stats in front of us. You also remember. Did you choose Carey first last time when you won it?
That's possible, yes.
He did, and hockey was the category.
Okay.
Well. It was like a 1-0 or 2-1 or something, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
You don't have the scores. You just got.
I will keep track of the scores though for the playoffs because that will matter.
So we will crown
a
playoff champion. So Darren, you could lose today, but your opponents, two other contestants, they lose. If you score the highest, then you would win by default. So we will crown a champion. Yeah. Go ahead and tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Okay, spin that wheel, Marsh.
All right, Darren, what are you hoping for, man?
Anything but hockey.
Anything but hockey.
But you know what that's going to do.
And the wheel says...
Doesn't matter if it's the playoffs. The wheel is consistent. It's hockey today.
Wow.
Yeah, every time.
All right, Darren. You're going to get 4 hockey-related questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. Thank you, Marshy. If you ask for the options, Darren, those questions become worth 1 point. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Blackhawks phenom Connor Bedard is on pace for 52 goals this season. Who is the last Chicago player to reach 50 goals?
I am going to say that was Patrick Kane. Final answer.
Question number 2. The Penguins have placed future Hall of Famer Evgeny Malkin on injured reserve with an upper body ailment. Can you tell us the year in which Pittsburgh selected Malkin with the number 2 choice in the NHL entry draft?
Yes. Can I get options, please?
Options are 2004, 2006, or 2008.
So I remember he was drafted right after Ovechkin. Let's go 2004. Final answer.
All right, Darren, question number 3. Patrick Kane is 11 points from breaking whose NHL record for points by a player born in the United States? Patrick Kane is 11 points from breaking whose NHL record for points by a player born in the United States?
Oh, man. Let's go with options, please.
Sure. Phil Housley, Joe Mullen, Mike Modano.
Let's go Mike Modano. Final answer.
Question number 4. Last season, who led the Blues with 63 penalty minutes?
Man, who would have done that? Options, please.
Options are Nathan Walker, Braden Shen, or Jake Neighbors.
Let's go with let's go with my gut saying Walker, so let's just go Walker. Final answer.
All right, let's bring back Carey from the Cone of Silence. Darren, how you feeling?
So. I'm feeling okay.
Okay. All right. Carey's back from the Cone of Silence right now. He's going to plug in his headphones. Carey, how was it?
Oh, it was quiet. Silent.
You locked in?
I'm dialed in.
Okay.
Let's go.
I don't know if there's a difference, but your category today is hockey.
Let's do that hockey.
Yes, sir.
Pack a lunch.
Do that hockey.
Question 1, Carey.
Yeah.
Blackhawks phenom Connor Bedard is on pace for 52 goals this season. Who was the last Chicago player to reach 50 goals?
Oh, man. Why am I'm struggling with... I can't even think of their names. Any of them. Give me the options.
Well, here's 3 names. Bobby Hull, Patrick Kane, or Jeremy Roenick.
I don't think it would be that long ago for her. Let's go Patrick Kane. Final answer.
Question number 2. The Penguins have placed future Hall of Famer Evgeny Malkin on injured reserve with an upper body ailment. Can you tell us the year in which Pittsburgh selected Malkin with the number 2 choice in the NHL entry draft?
It had to be 07, 08, 09-ish. Let's go 09. Final answer.
All right, Carey. Question number 3. Patrick Kane is 11 points from breaking whose NHL record for points by a player born in the United States?
Options.
Phil Housley, Joe Mullen, Mike Modano.
Mike Modano. Final answer.
And question number 4. Last season, who led the Blues with 63 penalty minutes?
63, eh? It's a good question, Marshy. Damn good question. Damn good question, Marshy.
I didn't write it.
Options.
Options are Nathan Walker, Braden Shen, or Jake Neighbors.
I feel like it would be somebody that fought. Braden Shen seemed to be the only person that wanted to fight. Already played a lot. Let's go Braden Shen. Final answer.
All right, let's go over these.
Yeah.
Darren in round 1 of the Gauntlet Playoffs 2025. He chose Carey, the wheel spun hockey.
Of course it did.
Let's do that hockey. Last season, actually no, Patrick Kane is 11 points from breaking whose NHL record for points by a player born in the United States? You both said Mike Modano. Correct answer is?
It is Mike Modano.
Both of you needed the options. We'll get a 1-1 tie. Last season, who led the Blues with 63 penalty minutes? Carey, we just heard you say Braden Shen, the captain. Darren chose Nathan Walker. Correct answer is?
It is Nathan Walker.
Darren, who needed the options, takes a 1-point lead. He is up 2-1 on Carey today.
All right.
Blackhawks phenom Connor Bedard is on pace for 52 goals this season. Who is the last Chicago player to reach 50 goals? Carey listened to the options, and he went with Patrick Kane. Darren did not hear the options. He went with Patrick Kane. Correct answer is?
It is Jeremy Roenick.
Jeremy Roenick had 50 goals in the 92-93 season. So Darren's still up 2-1. Comes down to this. The Penguins have placed future Hall of Famer Evgeny Malkin on injured reserve with an upper body ailment. Can you tell us the year in which Pittsburgh selected Malkin with the number 2 choice in the NHL entry draft? Carey, without the options, said 2009. Darren, with the options, went with 2004.
Oh. One of us was way off.
If it's 09, Carey wins today with the 2 points. If it's any other year ever created by man, then Darren's going to win.
I'll be back in the corner.
Darren.
You have chosen wisely.
Correct answer is?
Yeah, it's 2004.
2004 is the correct answer. Darren wins 3-1 today over CD, and he's going to wait for his opportunity to take on somebody else in the next couple of days, right, Marsh?
That's correct.
Tomorrow will be a new contestant. Wednesday will be a new contestant. It's how Marsh rolls with these playoffs. So, Darren, nice job. Congratulations.
Thank you, Carey. That was for the Missouri Tigers. MIZ.
Yeah, oh, wow. I.
Fire up chips.
Yeah. UND proud.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
Yep.
Good job,
all right, Darren. Nice job. You'll be in round 2.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
All right, you too. All right. See, that's a tough one, man.
That's terrible.
You didn't feel good about hockey. It's tough.
Man, there's a possibility that Darren doesn't even have to come back if we take care of business
That's true.
tomorrow and Wednesday.
Yeah, Darren really just roots for us now.
Yeah.
And he can get a championship, a Gauntlet Playoff championship.
Yeah.
All for beating Carey Davis in hockey.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You got it, buddy.
Appreciate the reminder.
Yeah, it's not a problem. So Carey goes to the penalty box where Nathan Walker spent a lot of time in last year. I thought you were going to get that, by the way. I thought you were going to say Nathan Walker, and then you would have tied him.
I was well, Nate won, wouldn't he?
Nope.
No, you would have tied if you didn't use the options.
If I didn't use the
If
options.
you didn't use the options, yeah. It would have been 3-3. So Carey's going to go to the penalty box. Marsh is going to tell us what's trending, including first ever Heisman winner for Indiana. And Diego Pavia had some choice words from it. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Topics in the sports world.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending, brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter and Carey Davis, who is serving his punishment. He's in the penalty box right now for losing the gauntlet. Carey, how you doing over there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just can't hear me. Can you hear me?
You're sounding great,
Yeah.
pal.
Am I good?
You're sounding great.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
If you say so.
Mm-hmm. I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for What's Trending. Anthony, you alluded to it before the break. The Heisman. It was announced this weekend. We had to wait a full hour just to figure out who we all thought was going to win the Heisman. Fernando Mendoza. How about that? But that's not really what we want to talk about. It's Diego Pavia. What is he doing?
Well, yeah, let's you're right that unfortunately the storyline became about Diego Pavia and what he did immediately following the announcement that Francisco Mendoza became the first ever Indiana player to win the Heisman. So let's start there.
Diego would have been the first ever Vanderbilt player, wouldn't he?
He would have, but he did not win, sir.
He did not. Okay.
No. Carey,
yeah,
Mendoza, you got a chance to see him against Illinois. No cracks or anything like that. Mendoza, you outlined the fact that they didn't have to do much in that game because Illinois was banged up in the secondary, and Mendoza and Curt Cignetti took advantage of it. But Mendoza had just an unbelievable season, stat-wise unbelievable. What he did going out to Oregon, sure, but he won it, in my opinion, with the final drive against Penn State, in which Indiana found themselves down on the road. They needed a comeback, and really, I think if you're an NFL team, you want to look at that drive too, right? With the way he commanded the huddle, the way he commanded the way he ran the 2-minute drill, the throw that he made, unbelievable catch in the back of the end zone. Before we get to Diego Pavia and what he did, Fernando Mendoza, excuse me. I keep saying Francisco.
Francisco.
You
must have been watching Elf.
That's a fun name. Fernando Mendoza. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job all year long. Led the best team in the country and capped it off with a victory over the number one team at that time in Ohio State, beating them in the Big Ten championship game.
Number one defense in the nation.
Defense in the country. Like, he's done a fantastic job. Curt Cignetti does a great job of scheming teams, scheming the game plan to scheme the teams up that they play against. And I had no issue with Fernando Mendoza winning the Heisman. I thought it was a great season by him. You got Indiana University to be the number one team in the country, and you've been playing outstanding. So I had no issue with the voters choosing him. I thought that he was the best player all season long, and they haven't lost a game, Anthony. They are the number one team in the country. They built on what they did last year and making the college football playoffs, and just have added to it, becoming having a first round bye, becoming the first seed, and doing all the great things that they've done this year. And it's all started at the quarterback position by Fernando Mendoza.
And Cignetti clearly knows what he's doing. He knows what he's looking for in a quarterback.
Yep.
Mendoza brought in his brother. So the future's bright for not only Fernando Mendoza, but also Indiana as a program.
Correct.
Do you guys think that this...
probably still a program, right? Not a program?
I think they're a few years away from being considered a program.
Yeah, now they're a program.
You keep winning in the way that you are, maybe you get a national championship. Like, you got to get a national championship to be considered a program.
At the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. Yes.
I was actually thinking about this. Two things here. One, programs, is that more of like a Southern school thing?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. I think the way Carey had laid it out last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, the way he laid it out, you start off with a program.
Yeah.
I want to build this program.
Yeah, and do a program.
And then eventually down the road, you get some success.
Yeah. It's a
then you can turn into
machine. That's a program.
That's a program.
Yeah.
It's a program.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in the right direction.
I'm in for that. Second thing here. Do you think this will be a very forgettable Heisman year? The reason I say that...
No.
Well, think about this. Last year...
Anthony?
And why is that?
Cam Ward, who finished fourth in Heisman voting, had passed for 4,300 yards, had 39 touchdowns. Fernando Mendoza, who just won the Heisman, passed for 2,900 yards, 33 touchdowns.
Where did Cam Ward and the... Miami Hurricanes, where did they play they
weren't in the college football playoff.
They were in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
In fairness,
there's some teams that don't want to play in that.
In fairness, the young man who won the award also was not playing in the college football playoff.
Very true. They were damn good, too.
I'm just saying.
He was damn good.
He was damn
And he played both sides of the ball.
Yes, he did.
Kind of a difference maker.
Do you think it could be very forgettable Heisman year when we look back on it?
I think it'll be more memorable than some other years because of who won and what that program has done in college football. It was a stat, I believe, and I don't want to get it incorrect, but before the Big Ten championship game, that Ohio State was, I think, the second winningest program in college football history, and Indiana was like the losingest Power 4 program in college football history.
It sounds right.
So the fact that you have, those polar opposites playing in that game and Indiana winning and then having the Heisman winner be on that Indiana team, I think is outstanding. Now, Diego Pavia, can we get to that? Mm-hmm. Because I mean, I get that that's the brash personality. That's who he is. That's what he's shown on the football field. It's loved. It's spectacular. But you number one, be gracious in your losses. Like he said.
Can we go over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I do want your thoughts on this. You played in the league. Mm-hmm. You also went through the process of hoping to be drafted and all that. So Diego Pavia, the quarterback for Vanderbilt, who completely turned around that program the last 2 years. I mean, Diego Pavia, the young man has made one mistake here, but the kid he put Vanderbilt on the map.
Agreed.
Okay, but disappointed after finishing as the runner-up to Fernando Mendoza at the Heisman. Diego Pavia, the quarterback for Vanderbilt, blasted those final ballots, and that did not include him ahead of Mendoza. Pavia reposted an image from comedian Theo Vaughn on Instagram showing himself with family and friends on the red carpet with the caption, F all the voters, but family for life, with a thumbs down emoji. Mm-hmm. He faced significant backlash, and then he took to social media again to post an apology. He says, quote, being a part of the Heisman ceremony last night as a finalist was such an honor, Pavia wrote Sunday. As a competitor, just like in everything I do, I wanted to win. So to be so close to my dream and come up short was painful. I didn't handle those emotions well at all and did not represent myself the way I wanted to. I have much love and respect for the Heisman voters and the selection process, and I apologize for being disrespectful. It was a mistake, and I am sorry. Fernando Mendoza is an elite competitor and a deserving winner of the award. I have nothing but respect for his accomplishments, as well as the success that Jeremiah Love of St. Louis, of course, and Notre Dame, and Julian Sayin of Ohio State had this season. I've been doubted my whole life. Every step of my journey, I've had to break down doors and fight for myself because I've learned that nothing would be handled for me. My family has always been in my corner, and my teammates, coaches, and staff have my six. I love them. I am grateful for them, and I wouldn't want anything to distract from that. I look forward to competing in front of my family and my team one more time in Vanderbilt's upcoming bowl game. Now, you chuckled a couple of times.
Yeah.
So.
Because one of those was written by Diego Pavia and one was written by his team.
I agree. The first one was written...
Make no mistake about it.
Was written by his team.
It's very to the point. F you. The hell with you,
yep.
And then you get the statement by the crisis damage unit that says, hey, buddy, you have NFL aspirations. You probably shouldn't do this or say that.
Yeah.
And Diego Pavia, you see this often, and this is not about what he tweeted or posted. You see this often from college players. You can have an elite college football player that has little to no success in the NFL. And you see it sometimes often at the quarterback position. You see Heisman Trophy winners not have success in the NFL.
His mentor, quote unquote, was the poster child for that, Johnny Manziel.
You're going to run into an issue, Diego, where, your personality is outstanding when you're winning and when you're having success. And then when you're not playing or not, people are going to look at you, we don't want to deal with that. And there's a photo, which I thought was hilarious because it said, man, those college heights are so drastically different. And the photo is all for the Heisman finalists, right? Mm-hmm. And Fernando Mendoza is listed at 6'5". Jeremiah Love is listed at 6'1". So is Julian Sayin. And Diego Pavia is listed at 6 feet. Like, he's clearly, 5 or 6 inches shorter than Julian Say and Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
So it's like either 3 of these guys are lying or one of them is lying. And when I say that to say all the measurables, like if you don't hit those and if you're not the talent that you can be an outstanding college football quarterback. This may be his last football game on that level at Vanderbilt. His last football, he might be able to play. He might get drafted, he might not. But I don't know what his future holds in terms of NFL quarterbacking because it's not necessarily going to go in that. It could not go in that direction for him. So, this is to have that being said or you saying that. I think it's an awful statement. I would say he's young, but I think he's like 25, 26 years old. He's not that young. Yeah. But it was a mistake, and his team figured it out quickly, and they drafted a statement to try to soften the blow.
Yeah, I think the biggest point that you made is how quickly things have changed here. Now, NFL scouts and things like that, their teams they're already well ahead of like his size, his actual size, his talents, and whether or not that transfers over. But there's the later portion of the rounds. There's also Carey won a Super Bowl with the Steelers and carved out a solid NFL career for himself. Now you were drafted in
I wasn't
undrafted.
Yep,
okay, so
I wasn't drafted.
You have your and I'm not saying that like Carey overcame all that to be the starting fullback for a Super Bowl champion.
Right.
You still have an opportunity to get on somebody's radar. Somebody takes a flyer on you. You wind up in an NFL camp.
Yeah.
But the way things have shifted from like Diego Pavia put Vanderbilt on the map, brash, young, cool, all that stuff, to completely disrespectful.
Yeah, sour grapes. That's
sour grapes, poor attitude, all that stuff. And I hate that.
You can't. I love social media and I hate it because once it's out, it's out.
Yeah.
It's like trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube. Like you can't do it. It's already out. You're not. It's out there. And even if you delete it, the way that these people screenshot what you tweet immediately and save it for a rainy day or immediately post. Look, this is what he tweeted. He deleted it.
Right.
It's once it's out, it's out. And it just was a bad look. You know what I mean? Like Fernando Mendoza was outstanding. And here's the thing: if I was looking at the Heisman, not the Heisman, the All-American list today, he was the first-team All-American quarterback. Diego Pavia was. So you didn't win the Heisman, but you are first-team All-American. You have had all of the success. You are going to go down in Vanderbilt. You're going to have your name in their Ring of Honor if they have one. You're going to be a Vanderbilt Hall of Famer, maybe an SEC Hall of Famer, a college football Hall of Famer. Like you've done
SEC Player of the Year.
All of these things, correct? Like you have etched out a fantastic collegiate career. It would be just completely terrible to be remembered for how you handled losing the Heisman Trophy.
I agree. All right. That's Carey Davis. That's Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. We're going to bet the board next.
Hey, it's Carey Davis, Missouri. If you haven't heard by now, FanDuel Sportsbook is live in the Show Me State, and they're kicking things off with an offer that is tough to beat. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. Whether it's football, basketball, hockey, or more, you can bet it all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So download FanDuel today or head to FanDuel.com/Missouri to join the excitement. Tonight, you got the Steelers versus the Miami Dolphins. Maybe you want to take Devon Achane on an anytime touchdown. Same thing for Jaylen Warren. Maybe you want to go over in passing yards for Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf to have more receptions than he's got listed. You can do all of that because Missouri, it's time to play your game with FanDuel. 21 plus and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. Blues back in action tonight, taking on the Nashville Predators. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews, including the one we had today with Jeremy Rutherford, and you'll find all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Bet the Board coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
right, time to bet the board here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Marsh, how'd we do over the weekend?
Well, I missed mine. However, Anthony, you and Jamie did pretty well. And I believe Carey did not hit.
No, I did not.
He did not hit with Jameer Gibbs in those rushing yards in the first half. So, Anthony, you and Jamie picked up 2 points, still knotted up. This time it's at 7. Carey has
1 point each.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 point each.
Got confused. Oh, how the hell they do that?
Initially, I thought I didn't.
The hell are we doing? What is this math?
But then I realized Marsh meant that we had 1 point each.
Yes.
Okay.
Carey, you have 5 points. I have 4.
Okay, so is it Jamie first or me?
It's you, Anthony.
Well, Jamie sent in his pick already, so you can go.
Let me go first.
Yeah, you go first, Anthony.
Okay, I'm looking.
I'm sure you guys don't have the same pick.
No.
I'm certain.
I'm looking at tonight's game. I don't love the line, and some of these props are starting to toggle on me. But one guy who's been on an absolute tear recently has been Devon Achane. I'll take Devon Achane minus 125 anytime touchdown.
Okay.
He's dealing with the rib injury, but Mike McDaniel said he would have returned last week if the game was closer. They were blowing out the Jets, so he came out. And before he came out, he had like 105 total yards. I mean, Achane's been on a tear, and Miami just wants to run the ball. And I know the Steelers lately have been kind of volatile to the run, but I like Achane.
Jamie was he texted me. He said he wants to go D. Eskridge with 2+ touchdowns.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
he's feeling it, huh?
He has a ache in his bones for D. Eskridge. He likes him.
Now, has D. Eskridge has he scored a touchdown this season?
No, he's got 4 catches this year though, Anthony.
Okay, 4 catches in 14 games or so.
He's only played 11, so he missed a few games down some time,
or maybe they didn't throw to him, or maybe they didn't play him.
Yeah. Didn't dress probably.
What are the odds on that one?
It's plus 25,000.
Now, Jamie,
2,500.
No, 25,000.
Oh,
wow. Okay, so
I mean, we can't argue
Jamie
with the
knows
guy.
that he doesn't get extra points.
Hey, who am I to argue with Jamie when he texts
conversation
me what he believes in his heart?
Yeah,
he believes it in his heart. I won't argue with the man. He's won bet the board more than all of us this year.
You're absolutely right, Carey.
So, argue with that guy.
No, I apologize.
That guy knows his ball.
Yes, he does.
He's a true believer.
Yes, he is.
I'm a believer.
Now, who's up next?
Carey is.
Give me Jaylen Warren over 24.5 rushing yards in the first half. Got to get something, man. Got to get something, Anthony. You don't look like you like it.
I do.
Nah, you look like you hate it.
I love it.
Which I'm gonna double down on it now.
Wow. Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell with that.
Marshy?
I'm going to go with the Dallas Stars money line tonight. Dallas Stars money line. And who are they going up against, Anthony?
The Florida Panthers.
No, they're actually not going up against the Florida Panthers.
They played the Florida Panthers yesterday.
Taking on the LA Kings. Dallas minus 135 on the money line. I feel like that city needs a win after what they witnessed last night.
Oh, wow. Yeah, how about J.J. McCarthy?
He's balling, man. You got to give him some credit.
Nice play
Did
fake
the gritty
on the
into
run.
the end zone.
Yeah, get in the damn end zone.
Yeah, I mean, you can gritty in, though, if you're that good, right? You're good.
I don't know if he's that good.
Anthony.
But he's balling the last 2 weeks.
He's been really good.
Seen
He's
this kid play?
4-4.
Now, I've told Marsh, and I realized that they did have a touchdown called back. Okay, he had a touchdown called back because of a penalty. But I told Marsh that if J.J. McCarthy's life was on the line, I don't know if he could thread the needle to Justin Jefferson for a touchdown if he had four opportunities. Those two couldn't be on the same page any less.
You think? You're struggling? Struggling to figure out the.
He's dropped a couple passes.
He has
dropped a few.
The one he should have had the one last night. JJ also threw that 4,000 miles per hour.
He's only got one.
Aaron Rodgers used to throw fastballs. Those guys caught those passes.
Sometimes.
Guy won a Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
Probably still throws fastballs, Carey.
I'm just saying they're not on the same page.
That's not as fast as it used to be.
Nonetheless, huge win for the Vikings. Real rough look for Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas is he's just giving away the division. Nobody wants to win that division. The Eagles do, I guess.
I think the Eagles do, yeah. What you mean is the NFC South. Nobody wants to win the NFC South.
Nobody. They're like, are you going to force us to play in the playoffs? Like, we're ready to go home.
Isn't it crazy?
Why do we got to keep playing these games?
The AFC South, the two teams that are leading that division, the Jaguars and well, I guess the Jaguars are leading it, but the two teams that are at the top. Hell, even the third team is interesting. Yeah, because of Phillip Rivers.
Yeah,
the Jaguars and Texans are interesting teams right now, as they're constructed right now and as they're playing. The Panthers and Bucks, go home. You're drunk.
Wait, hold on. Can we go back to my bet the board pick?
No.
Nah, we're still here. Is Jalen Warren out?
He's not out. He's questionable with illness. That's why I looked at you.
I see why you looked at me. Wow. Even the Steelers on the -3.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's changing it.
Steelers -3.
Are you sure you want to do that, Carey?
Wait, give me a second. Nope.
He'll probably play.
Well, I don't like how you did that, Anthony. I know every time I should know.
You said, and I quote, I'm going to double down on this because you don't like it.
You know what? Give me Kenneth Gainwell. 14.5 yards rushing in the first half. At +103.
All right. Lock him in, Marsh. Is it time to stop doubting the Broncos? Marsh.
What? Why is this a me thing?
Yeah, you've been calling them smoke and mirrors forever.
I have.
It's just time for you to man up and give Denver some respect.
Micah Parsons got injured yesterday, Anthony.
That's next on 101 ESPN.
State Farm just announced the biggest auto rate decrease in my entire career. Save online at carltoninsurance.net.
Well, you might not be necessarily interested in the Steelers and the Dolphins tonight, right? But if you have hunches on the game, you can get paid for those hunches by virtue of Underdog. Underdog is a lot of fun to play. You can play it in Missouri, and the Dolphins and the Steelers, all of a sudden the matchup looks a little bit more intriguing. So playing an Underdog is easy. Just go to the website or use the app, and if you're going to sign up, I got a promo code here for you in a second, but choose whether or not certain players are going to go higher or lower on their stats. For example, DK Metcalf, been on a bit of a tear the last couple of weeks. Let's go higher than 54.5 receiving yards for DK Metcalf. I mentioned before in the fast lane, Devon Achane has also been on a bit of a tear. Let's add a touchdown for him. He can rush or receive. Devon Achane, though, he gets in the end zone. And you want to add one more? Let's do Tua Tagovailoa. Let's go under 29.5 pass attempts tonight because the Dolphins are running the ball a lot more frequently. So those are my plays tonight. If you like them, you can add them to your entry. If you don't like them, heck, go the other way if you want. That's up to you. But how you do it, just make sure you do it at Underdog. Get your entries right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can do so right here in the state of Missouri. So download that app today. Use my promo code Anthony. Just punch in my first name, Anthony, and you're going to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Again, use that promo code Anthony at sign up at Underdog, where you can make plays and win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms_DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.nspgambling.org.
Hey, it's me again, Dr.
All right, Marsh, this is your time. It's your opportunity to apologize to the one or two Bronco fans who are listening right now. Okay? Including one texter that demanded that we put some respect on the Broncos name earlier.
Yeah.
Hell, we got Broncos fans in the building. You got Ruddy, Craig Rutledge, one of our outstanding engineers.
You think he's the one that texted
Loves the
in?
Broncos. No, not Ruddy. He'd just come down the hallway and tell him, hey, Marsh, what more do the Broncos have to do? Do you finally respect them after what they did to the Packers yesterday, Marsh? Are you going to continue to be kind of a jerk about the situation?
Well, Anthony, I have no problem being a jerk about the situation, but I will give credit where credit is due. That was a good victory for the Broncos against those Packers, a team that had been winning some games. You know, they lost to the Cleveland Browns not too long ago, maybe about a month or so ago. But they had been winning games, and they were in first place in the NFC North.
Okay.
That's a big victory for the Broncos. So I give them credit for winning that game.
Good job.
What about all the other games that they've won?
No.
He doesn't care.
Marsh, you know what I'm finding out about you?
enough.
And in all seriousness, I too said, I was like, Broncos are walking the tightrope. They're going to lose to the Packers. And boy, I was ready to gloat in the third quarter when the Packers took a double-digit lead. I'm like, here we go. Let's go Green Bay.
What also happened in the third quarter, Anthony?
Micah Parsons tore his ACL, and Christian Watson left the field with an injury designation as well. So they lost their biggest deep threat and their top pass rusher.
Just wondering.
Okay.
And not good?
It's not good. Yeah.
Okay.
It does. Marsh, to your point, it does coincide
I'm just asking.
with them blowing the lead and the Broncos winning the game.
Carey, if you lost two of your best players, well, yeah, Christian Watson's one of their best players.
No, he definitely is.
He definitely
Yeah,
is.
I don't know. He's just like comparative around the league. Wide receivers are like,
He's one of their best players.
Yeah, he's one of their best players.
He's good. He's just not going to put up CD Lamb numbers, but I think he's really
I
good.
feel like that'd be an emotional loss, Carey.
Losing Micah Parsons for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, guys go down and get banged up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose one of your best players. And you know, players know, like, the word spreads very quickly. Like, you know, they do a little test on the field to test your stabilization in your knee. And the doctor's like, oh, yeah, it's torn. Like, they pretty much know it. They just do the MRI to confirm it. So he comes to the side like, yeah, I tore my ACL. Nope, it's through the whole defense. Then he gets to the offense, and everybody knows, and you're like, oh, my That's no excuse, right?
No.
You still gotta
And
play.
I'm just messing around. It was a good win for the Broncos. I still think that there's something there, though.
I'm with you, though, Marsh. I'm not gonna believe them either. They are the number 1 seed. they feel.
I'm no Broncos fan, but I don't blame them for being
realistic.
pissed.
No, let's be realistic.
This isn't the '90s where style points matter. Like they just win games, and you two are just. I mean, I'm ready to say, hey, look, we got to give this team way more respect.
I am. I'm giving them credit. That was a big win yesterday. But there's just something about it in my bones, Anthony, that I feel
the man
that this
feels
team
it in his bones, Anthony. What
eventually it'll come back to bite him in the rear end.
He feels it in his bones.
You can't keep walking the tightrope. You can't. They're down
the
in the game.
Chiefs did it until the Super Bowl last year. Well, I mean, they made it to the Super Bowl.
The Broncos do have an elite defense.
They do.
They get after the quarterback. They are extremely talented on that side of the ball. My question to you, they're also a team that was down to the Giants, I believe.
Won the game.
20 points.
Continue.
That's because the Giants said, the hell with football. We don't care, really. We
won the game. Continue.
They've won a lot of games, Anthony.
They should have beat the Colts, too. They have one of their losses. They should have won that one.
They've won a lot of games, Anthony. I will not. And they went on the road. They beat the Eagles. They barely beat the Jets. I don't know how that happens. They had trouble with the all of New York, just New York as a whole.
Jamie. It's tough flying that far.
Is it? They played New York. They played the Giants at home. They played the Jets out in...
Whatever, dude. They actually played the Jets in London, I think, right?
They played the Jets in London, but they played New York, the Giants at home.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, something about it, man.
You can't. It's not a stats
put my
and
finger
fact
on it.
type of conversation. There's just it's just a feeling, right? I felt the same way about the Chiefs last year.
Yeah.
Yes, they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They also had Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback, who is light years, in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. Light years better than Bo Nix.
Bo Picks. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for.
That was unnecessary. It was
unnecessary.
All right, look, I hate that I've become the Broncos backer, but I feel like I have to choose to step into that role because of you two. But look, let's be realistic about it. Great defense, right?
Great
defense.
Outstanding.
Great coach? Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you don't think he is? I do. I think Sean Payton is a great coach.
In terms of, he's won a Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy won one as well.
He's won a Super Bowl. Yeah, but we can't put Sean Payton in the same category as.
Why?
I think Mike McCarthy actually gets.
Brian Billick won a Super Bowl
with the most historic defense ever.
My point exactly. You had
Sean
one
Payton
of the greatest quarterbacks
Saints.
ever.
He took the Saints to the Super Bowl.
They also had a
won
bounty out for.
They did have a bounty gate.
It's not their fault Brett Favre can't see.
He shouldn't have thrown that pass.
No, he shouldn't have. Okay, I think Sean Payton's a great coach, and I saw him twice a year. I couldn't wait till he retired and got the hell out of the NFC South.
Made a movie about him.
They did.
That was a terrible movie from what I heard.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a kid's movie. But great defense, great coach, quarterback who makes plays, quarterback who's not afraid to throw the ball vertically. They got a semblance of a running game with R.J. Harvey. They got some good weapons. Cortland Sutton.
I like Cortland Sutton.
Franklin.
Yeah.
Who's got great chemistry with Nix. This is a solid team. They've got a lot of the elements that you would look for, but I feel like Marshew especially.
Well, he doesn't.
You're looking for style points.
No, I'm not.
Each and every week, you're looking for style points.
I'm looking for a convincing win,
style points. That was a convincing win yesterday.
You're
saying they got to win. They got to win every quarter. That doesn't happen unless you're playing the Raiders.
Great teams, I believe, have games throughout the year where they win.
Just took a shot at the Raiders for nothing.
The Raiders are terrible.
What did they don't have anything to do with this?
Raiders, Jets. Well, because the Eagles, they got a convincing win yesterday, but they played the Raiders. Bears got a convincing win, but they played the Browns. Jaguars got a convincing win, but they played the Jets. The convincing wins aren't going to come against the Packers.
I don't think that was.
But you would think they would come against literally all the other teams that they played against, and they didn't.
You just mentioned the Raiders. They only beat them by a touchdown last week.
I know.
Not convincing.
Pete Carroll kicked the field goal at the end.
Just trying to explain to you.
And that was my argument to take the Packers going into yesterday's game. And guess what? Denver won. Yeah. That's all they do is win, 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 no matter what.
I don't think that they're a bad team by any means. I just don't think that that their record is. And I know that's kind of weird to say because the record is.
You think it's fraudulent?
I do. I really do.
Just say it. You want to take
and I have.
You want to take the F and you just want to label it.
I have
right
nothing
on
against the Broncos. I don't. I don't at all. Like I really like their players. I have them on my teams in fantasy football. Like I like their players. I don't hate Bo Nix by any means. There's just something about the team that for whatever reason, I don't believe in them. And I understand they beat the Packers, and that was a really good win for them. That's great. There's something about them. There's something about them.
Who do you like in the AFC?
I don't like anybody in the AFC.
Exactly.
I like almost everybody in the NFC outside of the NFC South team that will eventually, crawl their way into a divisional win.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Yeah, somebody has to win that division. It's like
I don't like anybody in the AFC.
They're the ACC of the NFL. It's the NFC South. Somebody has to win. They're going to force a team to get in.
I thought maybe the Patriots could be that team, and then yesterday happened.
They still look good though. I mean,
How can you look good while giving up a 21-point lead? That's not good.
To a Bills team who can't stop the run. We can do this all day long. If you want to dance, let's dance. We can do this all day long in the AFC. Pick a team out. We're gonna throw a flaw out there. You know what the decider is? Dubs, which the Broncos have in spades. And I hate you. I hate you right now for putting me in this spot to defend the Broncos.
You don't have to, Anthony.
My team went to 2 Super Bowls, one of which they lost to Horseface Elway in the Broncos. You're making me do this.
He's feeling bad about this.
Why?
I can tell.
I am.
Because he doesn't want to do it. But
disgusted.
You backed him into a corner.
Why is it me? Carey was saying the same thing last week.
You won't admit it.
2 minutes ago.
You just won't admit it. You've been harsh. You've been too harsh on the Broncos. Now I got to step into this.
That was a good win yesterday. Great. ...
Good for you.
Great. They won.
Great win. Proud of you. Good job.
I can't believe you guys.
The Packers also lost 2 of their best players in the middle of the game.
Who does that open the door for in the NFC? We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN. 5:07, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie will be back with us tomorrow. Don't forget Blues Predators pregame starting at 6 o'clock. Puck drop at 7. So we just got done talking about the utter disrespect that Marsh and Carey laid out there for the Denver Broncos. And while I don't really love anything about the Broncos, I've now stepped into the role of defending them because all they do is win, no matter what.
And like I said in the break, they'll win the next 3 games. They take on a Jags team that not good.
Jags might be actually okay.
Okay. Who'd they play yesterday?
The JETS Jets and the pride of Missouri, Brady Cook.
Which congratulations to him. He threw a touchdown pass.
You know, he was 6 for 6 to open up the game. He looked pretty good.
Yeah.
How'd they do? Isaiah Williams scored a touchdown, too, I think.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
They'll take on a Chiefs team without Patrick Mahomes.
All I saw was Trevor Lawrence score, and then him throw to Brian Thomas, and then Travis Etienne scored. And
3
then,
times.
Yep.
Kept scoring, too.
They'll take on a Chargers team. I don't know what they are.
Nobody does. The Chargers don't know what they are.
God, there were some plays yesterday, Justin Herbert, where I'm like, what are you doing, man? And then all of a sudden he throws a wobbly ball in the back of the end zone, touchdown. I'm like,
naturally.
How did he throw that? A wobbly ball.
Hey, he's got a broken hand. He's playing behind an
left hand.
Playing behind an offensive line.
Come on.
Made
Don't
of paper
make
mache.
excuses for...
My hand is hurt. I'm going to run the ball every single time and not throw it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did they win the game? Or that's right, they did. Okay. Underdogs, by the way. Underdogs in KC. With the Chiefs season on the line.
The Chiefs that didn't even try.
Justin Herbert won. Didn't try. Come on.
They didn't try. They didn't try to run the ball. They don't try.
They've never tried to run the ball.
37 yards on 19 carries by your running back. 7-yard run is your longest run. You ain't trying, man.
They didn't even try and tie the game to keep their season alive.
You ain't trying.
They put it in the hands of Minshew.
Yeah.
That's Minshew magic. You dressed like him as a Halloween costume one time.
I did. Yeah, that was with the Jags.
Don't you besmirch his name.
I'm just saying, he's not the same guy.
All right,
I'm done.
Packers.
I'm a little riled up right now.
The Packers have lost Micah Parsons with a torn ACL, so he's done. Just an awful day for injuries yesterday. And Christian Watson also left the game. Do we see what the time frame is on him?
It's not season ending is what I saw. I think LaFleur said that. I saw it somewhere. I was watching it earlier today, that it's not season ending.
It's not believed to be serious.
Yeah.
Watson appeared, so this is from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Watson appeared to have suffered a shoulder injury, but was later listed with a chest injury. The Packers' top deep threat was taken to the hospital for further evaluation, but was able to fly home with the team after the game. According to the Packers beat writer Rob Domofsky. I hope I'm saying that name right. I mean, he's been their beat writer forever. I think I know the guy's name. Watson had a CT.
Dave Dombrowski.
No, it's Rob Domofsky.
Okay.
Watson had a CT scan as a precaution on his lungs, but no issue with his lungs were found. So should be able to play. But they did lose Micah Parsons, significant loss. If they can't overcome said loss, who does it open up the door? Immediately, it opens up the door for the Lions.
Does it?
I mean, if the Lions want to take it.
What about the Bears?
The Bears are in first. Bears are in first.
Oh, you mean in terms of getting into the playoff? I thought you meant to win the division.
Yeah, well, okay.
Because I was confused.
We can expand that.
Because the Bears are leading the division.
Mm-hmm.
Like that loss by the Packers, not just on the field, but the loss of Micah Parsons. Like the Bears now all of a sudden are right back. Just last week, they were out of the playoff picture. Now they're the number, 3 seed?
They were 7th, and now they jumped. They were 1, fell to 7. Now they're back up to 2.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think the loss for the Packers is yes, it gives. The entire NFC has been kind of weird. Those last 7, 8, 9, 10 teams are just like, I don't really feel like making the playoffs at all. Like the Carolina Panthers could have put themselves firmly in the playoff picture. They said, the Saints are.
How do you get swept by the Saints?
They're trying. They're not.
How do you get swept by the Saints?
I don't understand this Panthers team.
How do you get Tyler shooked?
He's coming alive, Anthony.
Is he?
Yeah.
Not really.
How?
Like the Panthers are the absolute. I don't know who the hell they are. Like, you beat the Packers. You beat the Rams.
They beat the Rams.
And then you go and lose to the Saints?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Where are we?
I don't know that they know.
And 3 days. 3 days. Less than 3 days after Atlanta went into Tampa and beat the Bucs for you.
Yeah. Put you right in the firm position to take a hold of the NFC South. And you go like,
all you have to do is go on the road and beat a Saints team who I think have scored 20 points in like 3 games this year.
They're not trying. The Panthers are the same.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, there is one team that desperately benefits from this the Packers injuries. And we thought this team, I mean, they're basically out.
Cowboys.
Not mathematically, they're not out yet. I believe if the Packers lose the rest of their games and the Cowboys win out, they will jump the Packers.
Interesting.
Amazing.
The Cowboys, I believe, could win out. They could. They got the Chargers, Commanders, and Giants. They could. But the final 2 games are at Washington and at the Giants, and the Cowboys have not been a good road team all year. Yes, Carey, you have your hand up?
Do you really believe in the Seahawks? Like, you are a Seahawks fan, and I
am not.
I want to. You know, you do. You've said it. Like I love their defense. Their defense is outstanding, and Sam Darnold, he got the most approved this year.
What the hell are you doing right
That's
now?
how you sound when you said that.
I'm Anthony Stalter. Why do I sound like what's his face from the Christmas movie?
Yeah, that's what you sound like. I believe
Yukon Cornelius. Why do I sound like Yukon Cornelius
the Seattle
right now?
Seahawks right now. Their defense is outstanding. I'm like, why, Anthony? And then you almost got old man Rivered. That man ain't played in 1,000 days.
I tried to
you
tell you
almost
guys.
lost to Phillip Rivers' old ass.
Try to tell you.
No disrespect to him. But
they didn't score a touchdown yesterday.
They didn't score a touchdown.
Well, you know what? A win's a win.
You gotta win. That defense is gonna play hard, you know?
You know what? I'm not listening to you guys at all. A couple of weeks ago, I'm like, the Rams are still the second best team in the league. And you're like, how could you put them in there? They lost to the Panthers. You're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm listening to Marsh.
They're not even the second best team in their own conference.
Marsh is like, well, the Rams are the best team in the league. What are we doing here?
They're not the second best team in the conference.
Oh, they bounced
Who's
back.
not? The Rams aren't?
No, they are. They are the number 1 seed. I'm sorry.
The Rams are the best team in the NFL.
Are they? The team that lost to the Panthers last week? That team?
3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Whatever, dog. It was 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Whatever, dude.
No, the Rams who put 45 points on the Cardinals, 41 points yesterday in Detroit. They had a hiccup against Carolina. Had Stafford hung onto the ball at the end of the game there, they would have kicked the field goal. They wouldn't have went into OT, and they probably would have won.
You know?
If Matthew Stafford, let me rephrase. If Matthew Stafford wore a Tyler Shook jersey that day, it would have been a wrap.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Rams would have won that game. So
I think bottom line is there's some teams out there, we don't know what they are.
No.
We don't.
And I don't know if I like that.
And Devontae Adams, did he get banged up yesterday? Hamstring.
He left the game.
Yeah, a little banged up.
Man, what are they going to do at
the goal line?
Yeah, the goal line.
Who are you going to throw it to?
They got Cody Parkinson.
Oh, okay.
They got to run the ball.
Yeah,
they did a couple times yesterday.
They got 2 guys. St.
Blake,
Louis's
I do
own
like Blake Corum.
St. Louis's own Kyron Williams and
Blake Corum.
Blake Corum.
Out of
Michigan.
There you go.
It's
Teammates
great
with your buddy.
to be
a Central Michigan man. It's great to be a Central Michigan fan. It's great.
No, stop it, Carey. Just no.
I heard you, Marshy. A Denver Bronco fan. You hear him? Yeah.
I mean, if you are a Denver Bronco fan, you're sitting pretty right now. 12-2.
Absolutely.
I do like the Broncos defense. I
they do
give
have a good
them
defense.
their defense is lights out.
Anytime Green Bay absolutely needed a play, Jordan Love was on his ass.
Yeah.
They get after the quarterback.
Including the biggest play of the game.
They get after the quarterback.
Fourth and whatever.
I do enjoy a good Packers loss.
I know you do. All right. Sports Six Pack is next. If you got a question, 314-399-9646 at the Air Comfort Service text line. Send in your questions. We'll answer them. Part 1 of the Sports Six Pack next. There's things in life that I don't even pretend to know about, right? Same thing, I'm sure, for you. I've got an expert. He's Stewie from Stewart's American Mortgage Corporation. So anything that I'm looking at from a loan or just questions overall, I'm gonna put the trust in Stewie. And Stewie, I implore customers and clients to do the same thing with you.
Anthony, well, first of all, I don't like to talk about these kinds of incidents on the radio. I don't want to sound like I'm gaudy or anything like that. But we had a customer who came to us, a repeat customer. Then they went to buy a house, and they went with the realtor's lender. The realtor's lender screwed everything up 5 days before closing. Sorry, we can't do your loan. They came back to me and said, hey, I'm sorry, we should have used you, but the realtor pushed us to go to another lender. We went there. Is there any way you can fix this? And we did. We got it closed in 10 days. We knew something the other lender didn't, which is if you have a retirement account, even if you're not going ahead and actually taking distributions, you can set up a distribution level, cancel after closing, and it's still considered like income. So that's what we did with him. He got declined with the other lender because the lender didn't know that they can compute income that way, and we got it done in a 10-day period. Big bang boom, lower rate. They go along with the closing costs.
There you
no
go.
Closing costs at all.
There you go. So if you're in a situation like this client of Stewie's just found themselves in, where you think, okay, well, something got screwed up, I don't have any other options. No, you do. You pick up the phone, either call or text Stewie on his personal cell phone number, and I'm going to give you that. It's 314-324-4440. Again, 314-324-4440. You can always Google the bagel loan if you miss that number, but you do have options. You still have help. At the very least, just call, pick up, and say, hey, listen, here's the situation. I'm sure there's nothing you can do about it, but Stewie could probably prove you wrong. So give him a call, shoot him a text, get off the sidelines, call my guy Stewie. Keep up the great work, my friend.
Anthony, have a great night.
NMLS number 226715.
ESPN has your shot to score free tickets to see Rascal Flatts Saturday, January 17th at Enterprise Center. Find all the ticket details and your chance to win free tickets for Rascal Flatts right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app. Powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut's Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, part one of the Sports Six Packs right now. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line with Carey Davis and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie has got hockey duty tonight, but he'll be back with us tomorrow. Marsh, why don't you cook up question one for us, please?
Question number one.
All right, from the 314, guys, Otto Stenberg has been recalled from Springfield, so he will join the Blues. What are your expectations for him, and do you think that this is a good thing that a lot of these young players are getting an opportunity?
I don't think it's a good thing that they're getting it all at the same time, but as we discussed at the start of the show, I do wonder if the game, because the game has to be simplified for the younger players, and the younger players being kind of like in the spotlight now, all the attention's on the younger guys and making sure they're getting ready to play. I wonder if it eases the burden off the veterans a little bit, where they have to get over the fact that they might not be playing their best game because they got to help the young guys, and maybe it'll kind of shift their focus and shift their attention back to just playing the game the right way.
Yeah.
Simplified game. They can't be ultra aggressive. They can't run, I'm not familiar with hockey systems, so I don't know what's aggressive and what's not, but they can't do certain things because they have inexperienced players. So they have to fall back on getting in front of the net, being careful with the puck, all that stuff. And I wonder if it'll benefit them for a little bit.
It's kind of like getting back to the basics.
Yes.
Instead of, going 100 miles an hour, it's almost like when you first get new players on your team and when you're implementing a playbook, you start from the bottom, right? And you build onto it. And sometimes when you got new guys there, I think it's just going to be, we're going to do the basic things, the fundamentally sound things that allow us to win. And hopefully, it bears fruit. This team is, I'm excited that young players get an opportunity to play. Hell, this is what you dream of when you are drafted into the NHL or NBA or NFL. Like, you're waiting for that moment to get your first start or score your first goal or make your first hit or first assist, whatever the case may be. You're excited for those opportunities and you're ready to get the ball rolling. You're chomping at the bit. And I think it does give this team a little more juice, because I can't speak to what the mindset is of some of those players, but sometimes you get complacent, right? Yeah. And you don't do the things that are required. But we were talking about Robbie Fabry, a guy that was sitting on the couch waiting on a team to call. You think he's not going to play, hard as hell to every time he's out on the ice? Hell yeah, I don't want to go back home.
Right.
I don't want to be sitting on the couch waiting for another team to call. I'm going to prove my worth while I'm here. I got a chance. And so the same thing can be said about some of the younger players when they get their opportunity. The hell with that, man. What you want me to do? Get in front of the net? Psst, not a problem.
Done.
Get in the corner? Say how many times? When?
Done again.
How long you want me there, coach? I'll be there. Punch somebody in the face? Sure will.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. And this might be a blessing in disguise. You don't want to ever have to deal with as many injuries, and they have dealt with a lot of injuries so far this year. But you do get a chance to see some new faces, and it also gives the coaching staff, the front office, opportunities to evaluate these players against NHL players.
Yeah.
Right. You can have a mindset of what a player is when they're in the minors and when they're playing against, guys that are similar across the board. But now you're in the big leagues. Let's see if you can let's see if what we've seen thus far, holds true when you're playing against professionals every single night.
This situation kind of reminds me, when you go to the airport and you find out that your flight is delayed. And at first, and let's just say it's a significant delay. It's an hour or two, right? And at first you're like, this is awful. I got to make arrangements. I got to do this and that. And then you get to the point where you're like, I literally can't do anything right now. Yeah. I can't leave the airport. I have to sit down, or maybe I get something to eat. I can zone out for a little bit. You're forced to stay there, and your options,
with the circumstances.
Your options are limited. And after a while, you're like, this ain't too bad. I'll figure it out. Right? Kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Initially, awful news, may not end great, but forces you to kind of reset. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah,
got to deal with it.
Question number 2.
All right, gentlemen, from the 636. Okay, guys, who are the biggest frauds in the NFL? Is it the Bears? Is it the Broncos? Or is it the Patriots? Go Bills.
Man, it might be the Bills. Sorry. We're just taking shots at your favorite team today.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Your favorite team. You're listening right now. Your favorite team.
Whoever that is.
Biggest frauds in the NFL.
So frauds.
Is that how that works?
Team that is expected to win, but probably won't.
Or they present like they're a really good team, but they're not. That's how I take it.
It's hard to say. I mean, All of these teams.
All these teams. I think you can make a case for all of them.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, I don't think the Bills are a good team. I think I think Josh Allen is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, James Cook is a really good player. Khalil Shakir is a solid player. The tight ends, Knox had a big game yesterday. Like, they've got some good players. At defense ain't great
at all, man.
And Josh Allen has to save that. I don't think Sean McDermott is some sort of great coach. He's not giving them a significant edge. But if Josh Allen's a superhero, and we've said this all season, if he's a superhero, they can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no, complete team. It doesn't feel that way.
There's not. I think the closest thing is the Rams.
Yeah, we brought up the Broncos. The Broncos have a really, really good defense, really good head coach. There's something about their offense, though, and I know they put up points yesterday, but sometimes they don't. And you're like, well, why? Because I don't think they're elite.
You guys know the Dolphins are still in the playoff conversation?
Oh, yeah. They've won 5 in a row.
Hey, we're going to fire this man in week 3 or 4.
Get out of here. You can't coach. Yeah, they won 5 straight.
That's crazy.
I think the closest thing to a fraud is probably Jacksonville.
That's who I was going to say, but I think you got to put some respect on Jacksonville's name.
Well, again, you could do this with any. You could do this with anybody. I think Liam Cohen has done an outstanding job. How can you not? But their wins.
They're a 10-win team right now.
Their wins this year: Carolina, Houston earlier in the season was 17-10. San Francisco is an excellent win. Kansas City could have went either way, but they got the dub. Raiders, Chargers, Cardinals, Titans, Colts when Daniel Jones went down last week, and the Jets. I don't know.
You think the Packers are frauds?
No, I think the Packers are just Jekyll and Hyde. I think Jordan Love's a really good quarterback. I don't know if he's great, but I think he's a really good quarterback. Watson, when they have him, solid deep threat. They have 487 possession receivers. Check, check, and check. Josh Jacobs can take over a game like he did in the fourth quarter against the Bears, right? Offensive line, pretty good. Yesterday, notwithstanding. And the defense, very good. Now you lose Micah Parsons, but they don't play to that their level all year. Or every game, I should say.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a weird year, man.
It is.
There's something like...
We can go up and down the list.
Yeah. We have a lot of people texting in about stats and, Trevor Lawrence, 4th in the NFL in total touchdowns.
He's been great.
There's just something about it where
Do you trust him?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's kind of where we're at. I
don't trust Justin Herbert in the playoffs.
This was always my thing with Kirk Cousins. When Kirk Cousins... Look at his stats, you moron. Okay, cool. You taking that guy when he's got to go on the road in the playoffs? You think he's going to win multiple playoff games for you? Take the stats and shove them. You know what? Never. I don't. That was mean.
Nope.
That was mean.
You said it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Mm-hmm. That's what they got to do now.
But Trevor Lawrence has been very good. He had a great game yesterday, albeit against a team that fired their defense coordinator an hour later.
I think I
By the way, it's his fault.
Steve Wilkes is not.
Steve Wilkes.
Come on,
Steve
man.
Wilkes. Steve, come into the office. You didn't do enough with this talent. They traded his top guys.
Away. Right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Marsh.
I think I lean more towards liking teams that are banged up or don't have, enough that are still winning. Like the 49ers, would you consider them to be frauds? I'm very impressed with how they've gone about their season.
Because everybody keeps expecting the wheels to fall off of the Niners and nobody has really talked about them, I cannot put them in a fraud category. Yeah. I agree with you, Marsha. Yeah. I think they're more impressive. Mm-hmm. What they've done is more impressive than, their frauds are not very good. I think everybody knows, this is a wounded animal.
Yeah. I think Kyle Shanahan said he hasn't even seen Brandon Ayuk in a month or something like that.
Boy, how
that's crazy.
Give me my money. All right, here's your money. All right, I don't play. That's a rough ending. What's your boy doing?
I don't know. They restructured his contract, so I think he's going to be released after this year. And they're off the hook.
Yeah. See ya. All right, let's get to question 3 after the break. Part
Hey, Missouri, if you haven't heard by now, FanDuel Sportsbook is live in the Show Me State. They're kicking things off with an offer that's tough to beat. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose, whether it's football, basketball, hockey, or more. You can bet it all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So download FanDuel today or head to FanDuel.com/Missouri to join the excitement. And some of that excitement, you got some Monday Night Football. Maybe you want to take Jalen Waddle for an anytime touchdown. The Miami Dolphins still firmly in the playoff hunt. Maybe you want to take Tua Tagovailoa over in passing yards and the Devon Achane over in rushing yards. Whatever you want to do, you can. Because Missouri, it's time to play your game with FanDuel. 21 plus and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. We'll have Blues pregame for you starting at 6 o'clock. They take on the Nashville Predators. Puck drop will be at 7. We also have our Sports Six-Pack Part 2 coming up next. So get your questions in if you have not done so already. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. We'll do Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by
Saliga
Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN, part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack. Why don't we start off with question 3, please?
Question number 3.
All right, the water boy wants to know, if Rivers gets the Colts into the playoffs, are you willing to give him comeback player of the year or decade?
I thought he meant Jamie Rivers. I'm like,
I did too for a second.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't think Jamie Rivers is going to be saving them.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
No way.
Yes.
It's 3 games, man.
Who else would be comeback player of the year?
I don't know.
This man came off his couch.
Yeah, you can't.
This man came off his high school.
You can't
coaching.
play. You can't play 4 games and be comeback player of the year. That's my opinion.
Hey, I appreciate
Let's
that.
see.
Who would be comeback player of the year if it wasn't Philip Rivers?
You got. Well, he is on the list. Oh my
Mac
God.
Jones.
Christian McCaffrey.
Mac Jones is okay.
Oh, do you think
Trevor
he's going to
Lawrence.
get injured?
See, I think injury. If you're a stud player and you got hurt and you just came back, I don't know.
Trevor Lawrence.
Where's he coming back from?
I don't know. He's got the
being bad.
Phillip Rivers has plus 460 odds. Like, he's on the list right now.
I would give him
Dak
comeback
Prescott. So it's Christian McCaffrey, Phillip Rivers, Dak Prescott. What about Aiden Hutchinson? Can we give him some love? No, he's a star, so he doesn't count.
No, don't count.
Well, all the players on here are really good players. You got Stephon Diggs, you got Dak, you got
A
Aiden Hutchinson.
44-year-old man came
3 games, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
3 important games.
And he didn't even win. He threw for 120 yards.
Threw more touchdowns than Sam Darnold did.
Oh, gosh. It was he checked the ball down all damn day.
Well, you know what? He was reading that defense pretty well.
He looked like
he was doing things that a lot of quarterbacks today don't do.
He took the profits.
He did.
Shame. All right, give it to him. Hell with it. Ain't my award.
Question 4, please, Marshy.
Question number 4.
From the 314, who will make it back to the playoffs faster during their rebuild? The Cardinals or the Blues?
I think the Blues are starting. Well, I thought the Blues were starting at a better starting point. I still believe that. It's more and more questionable each time they play, but I'd still say the Blues. I think the Cardinals have a longer rebuild. I think they're in really good hands with Bloom. I really do. I think they're in very good hands.
I like the direction of the Cardinals so
I do too. That doesn't mean that they're going to win or we think they're going to win soon. It's just I like the direction here.
But I think you're seeing more of what we've always talked about. Like, instead of just going out and signing guys that you know who they are. Like, you knew who Lance Lynn was. You knew who Kyle Gibson was. Good pitchers. Eric Fetty, you knew who they were. You just knew. You had a grasp of who they were. At the best, they were 3s, right? At their best.
Last year or two years ago?
Yeah.
Or like in their prime?
Last year, when they were here.
4s or 5s.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe at their best, a 3.
At their best, 4. At their worst.
Okay. Either way. But do you know what Dustin May is at his best? Okay. Do you know what Dick Fitz is at his best?
No.
Okay. That you know what Liam Cohen.
It's like me with Frank Signetti / Kurt Signetti.
Do you know what he is at his best?
I'm hoping he's an ace.
But you don't know. But there's a possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibility that these guys could be
I can't
ones.
see the ceiling.
You can't see it.
I could see the ceiling with.
You knew what it was.
Yeah, the ceiling was on top of me.
You're like,
when
it's
it came
right there.
to
You could touch it.
Lance Lynn and
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
You want
Gotcha.
a ceiling that you can't touch, even if you jump.
I got you, man.
Right? Way up there. 20-foot ceiling. Go get it. Hey, you don't know. And I think that's exciting.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Question number 5.
Part-time Nebraska fan wants to know, how would you feel about Mizzou picking up Dylan Raiola from Nebraska? He's testing the portal this year. Mizzou is in need of an experienced QB. Is it a possible match?
Talented kid. Got, he's He's intriguing. I thought he played much better 2 years ago than he did this past season, but would I be interested? Yes. I'd be interested in anybody that actually pushes the ball forward.
What are you saying? What do you mean by that?
I think that Mizzou has a habit and has had a habit under Eli Drinkowitz of finding what I would call the QB that is, look over here, is sleight of hand stuff.
They got guys that can run the ball, Anthony. Which
is great. I think that's an element, right? But as we saw against Alabama, unless you're going to push the ball vertically, I don't know if you're going to win against top SEC opponents. I think against the who did they drub this year?
Kansas.
The one team that Hardy had like 487 rushing yards against.
I don't know, Anthony.
Whoever. Louisiana Monroe. Whatever, dude. I think
Mississippi State?
No, I think it was Louisiana Monroe early in the year. That stuff is fine.
He did have 300 yards in
Central Arkansas.
Okay.
Or Louisiana.
No, it was Louisiana.
Raging Cajuns.
It was Louisiana. Couldn't get off the field. Louisiana couldn't get off the damn field. Bottom line is, you want to beat those teams, what you have at quarterback has been absolutely fine. It's been fast lane fine. But if you want to beat some of these top tier SEC teams, you have to push the ball vertically. And I don't know if it's a system thing or if it's these QBs or if it's a combination of both.
300 yards against Mississippi State. Thank you very much.
Nice job. I'm not saying you were wrong. I'm just saying.
That's what I heard.
They faced Louisiana Monroe. And
250.
Okay, my bad. But the game I was thinking was Monroe.
Maybe you should hire a coordinator that pushes the ball downfield. That's damn who the coach is.
That's who.
If the coordinator ain't gonna throw the ball downfield, then it don't matter.
Carey, like I said, it could be system, could be calling, could be
people texted in. Chase Daniel, OC, Zoo. What do you think about that?
Good luck. Good job.
Has he called
Chase? Chase is.
I'd be intrigued. I'd be absolutely intrigued. Is he interested in coaching?
I think he's TV, radio, podcast.
So I still haven't
he does
heard.
a lot of quarterback film breakdowns.
I'm interested in.
Carey's ready to rock. I don't know why he keeps wanting to leave the fast lane, but he's ready to rock.
Anthony, you, hey, I love you guys, man.
Okay, yeah. Well, act like it once in a while, huh? Instead of saying what you're about to say.
I didn't say anything, sir.
I know you're going to say it.
What was I going to say?
You're going to say, but, Mizzou's calling me a play caller and all that, blah, blah, blah. I'm out of here. F you guys. Go fast lane yourself.
Every OC needs an assistant or quarterback's coach.
Very true. Very true.
See?
Yeah. Those guys get elevated over time.
Now it's not that bad, is it?
Love you, buddy. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We'll wrap up the show next. Do not pass on these deals that Auto Centers Nissan Herculaneum has right now. It's the year-end sales event, clearing out every 2025 Nissan model. They're making room for the 2026 models. That means massive dealer discounts and this year's best offers right now. So get no payments until summer 2026 and all remaining 2025 Nissan models. Or lock in 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Murano, 2025 Pathfinder, and the all-new 2026 Rogue. That's 5 years interest-free. If you're looking for used vehicles, they got you covered there. They've got over 1,000 new and used cars, all in one easy location out in Herculaneum. And on select vehicles right now, select used vehicles, you can get no money down and no payments for 3 months. Plus, every new Nissan includes a lifetime warranty and a 30-day return promise. When you head out to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum, tell them Stalter sent you. You can also check them out online at autocentersnissan.com. But again, the 2025 models, they're clearing them out. They won't last. So make sure you head down there before the end of the month. Take advantage of some of the, if not the best, deals at Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum.
you missed anything today, you can check it out all on the 101 ESPN mobile app at 101ESPN.com or via the podcast brought to you by Shaver Door Company. Marshy, what'd you learn today?
I learned that you are not where Jamie sits. So I had to turn your microphone on, not Jamie's microphone.
Yeah, I was talking and nothing being heard.
That's the end of the day.
It happens. I learned that, sometimes no matter what you say, Marshy, no matter what you do, people are going to think you're hating on them.
Yeah.
People think you hate on the Broncos. They think you hate on the Rams, the Chargers. Yeah, according to them, we don't have a team that we like watching. We don't even like football, Marshy.
I like football.
I love it. They just think we hate, and I'm bitter. It's 314. I'm not bitter.
You know what? 314. I do hate your team. I don't like your team at all. Whatever team that is. If it's the Denver Broncos, I don't like them. If it's the Los Angeles Chargers, I don't like them. If you're a Green Bay,
it's the Vikings.
The Vikings. Skull Vikes, baby. Hey, they won last night.
They did. Had a huge win.
But they got eliminated from the playoffs.
Unfortunately.
That's okay, though. If you look at their trends, they're make playoffs, miss playoffs, make playoffs, miss playoffs.
So next year, they're all
Next year, better
Super Bowl?
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, well.
I don't know about that one.
Marshall, we got any criticisms or compliments today?
Oh, we got a bunch of them.
We got any? We just gave you one.
Yeah,
clearly.
well, we had a bunch of them. Yeah, we kind of went through them all day long. So why don't we just get to our 3 stars?
All right, give us a 3 stars.
Yeah, let's just do that.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
All right, our 3rd star of the day goes out to the phrase, Go Illini.
Go Illini. Next time we have a matchup game, you better know if it's go, it's going to be Illini. You guys.
2nd star of the day has nothing to do with anything that happened today in the show, but this is between me and you, Carey. It goes out to doppelgangers.
Oh, why? What happened? What did I miss?
This weekend. We thought we saw somebody, but it was somebody else.
Oh, we did. I was certain that that's who that was. Clearly, it was not. As soon as I walked in, I was like, oh, why is he here? Oh, it's cool.
1st star of the day goes out to hating on teams.
Hating on teams is what we do best here in the Fast Lane, clearly. Nobody does it better than us. We don't like your team, according to you. So, I'm sorry that you feel that way. It's not personal. Tough. We love all teams, and we love you all for listening. We thank you for listening. The Blues drop the puck at 7 p.m. You can catch it here. But up next, you have the pregame. You have Alex talking some Blues hockey, getting ready for this win, hopefully against the Predators. Get a dub tonight, Marshy. Let's go, Blues.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be nice. See if we can get it done, and we will see you all tomorrow. Enjoy the Blues game. Listen to it here on 101 ESPN. Joey and Curbs have your action coming up here in about an hour or so. But next, Alex Ferrario for the pregame. For Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Anthony Stalter, and our good friend Jamie Rivers, who will be down at the stadium at the arena tonight. Let's go, Blues. See ya. Hey, it's Carey Davis, and if you are in the market for a new vehicle, look no further than my good friends over at Genesis of St. Charles. They are the #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2025. They are Missouri's first and only standalone Genesis dealership, and they are the premier Genesis dealer. You need to go down there and visit them. Don't wait. Now is the time to visit. During their signature event at Genesis of St. Charles, they want your trade-in and are willing to pay more for it on anything new Genesis purchase that you need. No gimmicks, no games, just upfront pricing. You can unlock the e-price today. Every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis service valet. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. If you are in the market for something new, let Genesis of St. Charles bring the test drive to you. They are closer than you think. Located at 5601 Veterans Memorial Parkway in St. Peters, right off Mid Rivers Mall Drive and Highway 70. Beautiful facility. Go by, check it out, get you some of the coffee, experience the luxury service at their state-of-the-art facility. If you are unable to visit, well, just go online, visit them today at genesisofstcharles.com. That's genesisofstcharles.com.